Welcome to the stream, everybody. How you doing? Hi, Lightgate. Welcome. Hi, Northkill. Good to see you, man. Yo, Warrior. Hey, Quiz. I'd never seen that before. That the rain and tacos thing. I mean, maybe I saw it and I expunged it from my brain, but yeah, I have not seen. I have not seen that before. I'm trying to be a little bit more creative with my openings, right? So the what can I do to make it worth waiting for? But especially considering there's a big debate. Do you have a startup screen or do you not? You just launch into it, that kind of thing. I don't know. Sitting here watching me, like post my go lives and whatever doesn't make any sense. So that's why I like the startup screen. But I think 5 minutes is about the max you should do. You don't see any rewards? What are you talking about? Yo, never. I'm. As far as I can tell, it's over. I haven't thought about the pandemic in a long time. My whole world's about the same. How you doing? So we did the yeah. So I've got hold on. So we did the new channel award. It was, I don't know, it's funny. So if you're an old school, like if you're here from a long time ago and you remember, wow, man, that would have been like over a year ago at least, right? Was when we did Batman Telltale, and that's when the sort of the E meme came out. At least on my channel. My version anyway, not the one from like Markiplier or whatever when things got weird. Like there was a reason for the E on my channel. Yeah, I think there's some goofy stuff happening, like with I don't know, Twitch or whatever. They've had a few different hiccups over the last couple weeks here, and I don't know why. No, I don't watch Markiplier at all. Like he's not a favorite streamer of mine. I think he's I mean, he's all right. He's got a good voice. He's super creative, like really creative dude. It's someone's got to not be watched, and he's one of the ones that I don't. Actually, I don't watch much other than how to do stuff better videos and yeah, that's about it. Just how to do stuff better videos. That's all I got. How you doing, shenanigans? Welcome to the stream. Hi, Sis Pineapple. How are you? Arnold Palmer, the drink. You know what? Yesterday taught me something really interesting about the game side of my stream, and that is, if I'm enjoying the game, I can stream a lot longer. Like I only stopped because it was family day, and I should have went upstairs, and I got upstairs. Yo, Pops. I got upstairs. I'm like, okay, I shut off stream, and I'm here, and like they're like, so. Wait, what do you mean, so? You guys were saying family day, maybe I shouldn't stream. Okay, it's fine. And now I'm here, and you guys are like, we found other things to do. I'm, okay, fine, whatever. I'll go eat some supper. Courtney, bacon, toast, mushroom, beans on toast. Beans on toast. Never had beans on toast. Same point. Thank you for the lurk, dude. Appreciate it. How's Pop's Racer today? Lightgate, how did the crisis go yesterday? Like you basically gotta go, we're in crisis mode, and then I don't think I heard back from you. So how did that go? Did you fix the crisis, or is it Hell just threw up? Alright, I hear that. Man, really? That sucks. Did at least they find a bucket? Or some kind of container? Finally found bratwursts. I like Johnsonville. Johnsonville's good. They have really good maple sausage. Beans on toast. See, you're talking like baked beans, right? You're talking about like brown baked beans on toast. I've never had. I'm sure it's good. Baked beans are good, but yeah, I like yeah, maple. What kind of beans do I like? I don't like the Heinz ones. Those aren't good. What's my favorite beans? Not Bush. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I don't think I've had beans in a really long time. That's interesting. That's not to you. It's interesting to me. But yeah, maybe I should get into that. Gotta get back into beans, man. I'm missing out. That's why I left rather quickly. Yes, she had a bowl. Magnus developed a fever yesterday as well. That's too bad. At least they gave you antibiotics. In Canada here, it's equal chances. They're just going to send you home being like, nah, you'll be fine. Because they do not like dishing out the antibiotics. They used to, but not anymore. Yeah, the Heinz beans are too bland. Man, like I said, it's been a while. But I remember not liking that one. Maybe Bush was the good one. Bush's big brown beans. Yeah. Any hoozle. Welcome to the stream. Today is Taco Tuesday. What we're going to be doing on Taco Tuesday is we're going to be we're not really going to cover taco stuff because, you know, I didn't get any questions in the creator chat or anything. And so like, I didn't really know what to do. And because I'm teaching the class, right? I don't want to like do content from the class because that's not, you know, cool. Plus we've already done it. And other than that, you know, I'm like, I thought about a couple things. I'm like, let's talk about go lives. Let's talk about, you know, the titling or whatever of streams and how important that is. And so I'm like, I don't even know if I can call myself an expert on that, or if I'm someone who should even be allowed to talk about that, because, you know, like discovery is so hard and are they even working? Like, honestly, I put effort into these things and I don't even know if they're working. So I figured what we'd just do a jump off from what the verse of the day is, and we'll talk about it from a sort of a normal everyday human you know, just everybody perspective, and then we'll just maybe throw some creator stuff in there, and then we're gonna get back into Breath of the Wild. I've not had antibiotics since I was 18 when I got shot in the leg with an air gun pellet. Oh really? Yeah. See, they won't give them out. Got it at home. See if kids need them. Oh, you do? You just like, it's just there. Oh, that's cool. I guess that's true. Yeah, CF kids. Yeah, because you don't want any gunk building up. That's true. Okay. Sorry. So you remember yesterday I came in and I was like, I know it's cliche to, you know, come on stream and say, hi everybody, I'm tired. But I did. And so I slept didn't get to sleep till 3 a.m. and then woke up and whatever felt behind. Today, last night I was up till 3 a.m. again. And then I'm like, but I'm setting my alarm because I can't do this for the rest of my life. So I set my alarm for 7:40, which is when breakfast hits the table. And so I stumble out of bed, got there. And so today I can't say I'm tired because I'm feeling okay. I'm well caffeinated and well hydrated, and you know, I've got some stuff. I feel like I'm ahead of the game. I didn't do my walk this morning because I came slithering into my office and was sort of demotivated. But remind me at the end. Maybe I can do it after I'm done streaming. There's no reason I can't go from here to over there because the whole last part of the stream I just stand here. So yeah. Yesterday, so if you're a gamer. Yesterday, so my son and I, we were looking through all the different, you know, fighting games we have, like sort of Street Fighter style, you know, and I have a bunch because Prime released a whole bunch, but they're all King of Fighters, all on Prime, just King of Fighter stuff nonstop, which is kind of fun. It's Street Fighter, just different. And then I went looking for, you know, like a good one, like something with graphics and a bit more, you know, modern, whatever. And we found Tekken 7. Tekken 7 was on sale for like $8. So we got Tekken 7 last night. I'm looking forward to playing it. It was 89 gig download. That is huge, and I don't even think it has any DLC. That's crazy. You need to go to bed earlier. I went to bed at I went to bed at midnight, and then I stayed up for 3 hours. Moo? Nebuchadnezzar? That's funny. Hey there, Dragon. Good to see you, bud. How you doing? Did you how you feeling there, Dragon? I know I ask you all the time, but I'm curious. I want to know how you're doing. And I know that every single day it's not going to be different, but you're here. I know. So glad you're here. How many streams you lurking on right now? I was it occurred to me just yesterday, and this is really stupid because I could lurk on Genshin streams from my Twitch account and get drops. And I'm like, I'm a streamer. It never occurred to me that I could also be watching Genshin streams and getting drops because I can't get them when I'm streaming. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna add one Genshin stream to my many streams, and we'll be able to get some stuff, which is cool because, man, you need it. I spent an hour and a half. Maybe an hour, not quite an hour and a half. Just learning about how Genshin works in sort of the background, how teams work and how the elements work together, and how the wish system works, and the like all the stuff that Dragon Daddy Bear, all the stuff that like was talking about during the video. I went and refreshed my to learn a bit more about it. Hey, brother, I'm doing that work thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate the lurk. How's Tam today? By the way, if you're into it, I want to play Genshin story mode on Thursday. So we're gonna do Breath of the Wild, and that's totally good because that's what we've been talking about. But I want to get through the story mode with you guys since we started the story. So we'll do Genshin on Thursdays, and we'll hopefully get through a big pile of the story, and that way we can keep going. Because I'm stuck at adventure rank 24, and I've got 8,000 experience out of 4,000. Like I've doubled the amount that I need. So we got to get past the story before they'll let me increase anything. Hi, Retro Rewind. Oh, man, dude, Retro Rewind. Good to see you. Can I just call you Retro? How about just we go with Retro, or just Pod? I'm gonna call you Pod. Yo, Pod. Tam, as Dragon said, you're here. You currently exist. Yeah, I think it's good. We have I think we're gonna be talking about something that maybe touches some people, especially considering how rough some of you guys have it right now. Except to lose my mind and having a little bit of pain, not life-threatening. Surgeries end. They are hard though. Aw. Bummer. Just find out I was stuck for ages at 25. You need to do missions that allow you to ascend, and they're hard. Well, I'm okay. So not that I want to do a big Genshin talk, because obviously, like, I don't know. Raise your hand if you care about Genshin. If you're in the chat and you care two hoots about Genshin, right? It's not a major portion of my people. So it's but talk about doing the Genshin thing, but there's one thing I disagree with all of the experts on, and it's every single expert has told me the same thing. Hey, Gabriel, raises both hands. There you go. And that is, they all say, don't worry about artifacts until like AR 45 or some, like, till you're really far ahead. I completely disagree with that, because by working through the artifact system, and I learned a lot about it last night, so I'm going to actually make it better. Working through the artifact system and being able to give artifacts to the right characters and really maximize what they got. I've been able to make some beastly characters early game. So I believe in the artifact system early too. So don't That's it. I don't care. Yo, Chaplain Clay, good to see you, man. I'll get that graphic out to you soon. Probably tonight. Last night, the apartment smelled like burnt rubber pickled in vinegar. Blech. Even though I had the air puffer purifier on. And I boogered my left ear somehow. Aw. Yeah, I used to get a ton of earaches. That's why I have tinnitus and can't hear anything. Because when I was a kid, I just had nonstop ear infections till they ripped my tonsils out of my head. And then I seem to be fine. But yeah, I'm pretty wrecked in the earular area. How's North Hill today? How's stream? You've been doing some cool stuff, North Hill. So I want to hear the story. Maybe I should go ask you on your own stream because typing it's no fun. But like how you changed up your content so much. That was pretty cool. It's only Tuesday. I know. But I want to get ahead of the game. And it's not even the right Tuesday. It's the Tuesday, a week and a half before. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's smart. That's really neat. What would be your advice for young, fresh church leadership that is in danger of losing the connection to church members? Let me rephrase it. Hi, Rusty. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, once you reach AR 45, you'll need to. Yes, then you farm artifacts. You get the 5 set. Yes, I totally agree with that for sure. I'm just saying that they do count early game too. Like let's not just dismiss them. Get the right ones for the right characters, and you'll be all right. So Lightgate asked the question, what would be your advice for young, like new church leadership that's in danger of losing the connection to church members? I guess my question is, and I'll push back on the question, that is, why would a church leadership person who is either voted or nominated or appointed, if they're new, by definition, shouldn't that mean that they're connected to the church, because that's what made them qualified for leadership, is that they showed their eldership or their deaconship because they were serving people, because they were loving people, because they were showing their maturity through service to others. And therefore, if they're new leader, then that means that was what was seen in them, so that they could be elevated or brought to a leadership position. So I guess my question is, why would a young, fresh, new church leader lose connection with church members? What's the reason that the disconnect would happen so soon, since that's a qualification? Yo, Tsunami, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Are you done? I guess I'm assuming you're done the marathon. Did you survive? Are you alive? Is this your wife posting posthumously? Lurky, it's in your will. You must lurk if you want spend one night in a haunted mansion and lurk on Twitch. Yeah, exactly, Dragon. And exactly what Dragon said. Work it out while you're practicing, so that when you get to 45, you really got some, you got some experience for sure. Well, that's why I'm asking Lightgate. Hopefully Lightgate will just give us a little bit more clarity, because its qualifications for leadership are pretty clear in Scripture, and especially the warning to not appoint people that are too young, because it's dangerous. But yeah, I want to hear a bit more of the reason why that person would have lost touch. New concept doesn't mean new ideas that the church does not like. Well, no, because it says a young, fresh church leadership in danger of losing connection to church. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the, because here's the thing. Like, if you're established in ministry for a while, what happens is you get busy. You learn your gifting, right? So when you're a young pastor, young leader, young organizer, young administrator, you're kind of doing everything, right? You're just like, I'm gonna have to touch all the pieces and touch all the bits, so I feel like I'm in charge and I'm helping everybody and I'm doing all the stuff, right? Where then as you mature, what you do is you learn that you have deficiencies, certain things you suck at, and you staff for it, or you get volunteers for it, or you remove that part of the job, right? We're not doing that anymore because you've learned it's a waste of your time, effort, energy, and so you want to concentrate on things you're good at, and you're going to help get someone else to do that. So as you do that, one of the dangers is that you so linearly focus that you end up making the whole job that one thing you're good at. I think of, say, preaching pastors as a good example, right? A preaching pastor starts as someone who knows people, loves people, is qualified for an elder, is connected to a whole bunch of people in the congregation, learning what's going on in their hearts and whatnot. Then it discovers that they're good at preaching, and somebody goes, "Hey, you should preach more." And he goes, "Well, I've only got so many hours." Okay, we'll take over the, visitation. We'll take over the hospital visits. We'll take over the shut-ins, or we'll take over, so to give you more time, right? And then that, whoa, that was really good because you really poured some heart into the sermons recently. You're really good. Why don't we hire a separate pastor to do all the pastory stuff, and you really work on preaching? And what ends up happening is the preacher, who goes to the top if he's not careful, loses touch with the church, with the people that are in the church. They end up, they start speaking more generally. They start getting into topics that are far more esoteric. They start preaching the news. They start preaching pop psychology, or they just go, they work through a book of the Bible, and they just kind of teach the book of the Bible. And it's not landing, or doesn't always land directly into what the people are going through, because they don't know the people. Right? Yeah, it's going to be general knowledge and stuff, but sometimes you, as a pastor, you got to be like, this is what's going on. Let's talk about this from a biblical perspective. So that's possible, but that's old people stuff. Gabriel said, what we mean is don't spend your resin on artifacts. Domain still AR45. Resin. Oh, artifact. Oh, I think what you're doing, leveling, you get from me. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because you'll get it from like the chest and whatever, and then you just assemble those. Yeah, I agree. No, don't buy a bunch, for sure. Like being put into leadership approximately a year ago, after already being pastors, difficult situations and hiccups with communication, having visions for church development, but many members are critical of how it's handled. I'm going to read that again. So there's a young pastor, young leadership, who had experience being a pastor before, has been in the church for about a year. There's been some rough situations over the last little while, some hiccups with communications, which caused, I assume, some embarrassment, or caused some issues with, people misunderstanding what they meant, or whatever. And then as they were speaking what they see as the vision for the church, or what they think that where the church should go, or what they feel that God is calling to, whether it be in sermons or through leadership meetings and whatnot, the people who are established are disagreeing, right? And the person is either leaning towards strong arming, right? Or either there's two ways that you screw that up in my mind. One is you start doing stuff sneakily, right? You don't ask anybody, you just start changing stuff, right? You don't bring it to the leadership, you don't talk to the teachers, you don't talk to the church, you just start sneaking stuff. You just start doing things in the background and hoping you don't get caught, and you just kind of change it. Or the other one is you just strong arm your way through, right? You stand up and you go, listen, you hired me, I'm the pastor, this is what's going to happen, and either you do it or I'm out of here, because I'm sick of you guys, you want to just stay where you are. Like, you could do that, right? That's the other side. The middle ground of the long run, taking the time to get people on your side and really listen to them, that's hard. That's a lot of ease. And people don't feel seen or heard. So my guess is that what's happening is, and you talk about communication, right? This is something that a lot of churches really struggle with, and that is ducks? Where? Hi, Ransom. So the communication thing, I mean, everybody struggles with it, right? It's really, really hard. You end up with really good ideas from the top, or really good ideas from the servants, or really good ideas from the teachers or whatever, and they're so excited about it, and they feel it's so right, and they've got like agreement up here that they just start doing stuff, and they don't realize that some of the stuff that they're changing or manipulating or moving actually has its tendrils, it touches people within the church, right? As in, like, for example, here's an easy example. So the Sunday school teachers, they want to revamp stuff, right? So they want to revamp the way that things go, and they're going to go and reorganize the entirety of the storage room where all the Sunday school stuff is kept. So they go in there and they start like, nobody's using this and whatever, and we're going to move all that stuff around, and we're going to put the crayons all here and put all the paste, and everything put together, whatever. And they look back, and the teachers go, this is such a better system. This is going to help us so much. And they don't recognize that there has been some old lady or some person in the church who was, a Sunday school teacher for a long time, or was and has been going in there and doing things like, topping up the crayons without anybody saying anything, or bringing little trinkets, or that the Sunday school curriculum that she saw on that shelf that was there that she taught through meant a lot to her, and now it's just poof, gone, right? And so it's like, she doesn't feel that it was just an upgrade. What it feels like to her was that the thing in the church that she loves the most, the service to the children, what she's been doing, ends up becoming she feels like it's been taken away, or that someone slighted her. And of course it's not true, because she wasn't telling anybody, and she wasn't really working within the leadership or whatever, but she ended up being upset, right? She ended up being mad. And so what could have happened, and what would have the better way to approach that would have been, the Sunday school teachers get together, they decide they want to go clean up the room, they want to say, hey, we're going to do this thing. They stop, they wait till Sunday, and they say, this Tuesday we're going to be doing a big cleanup. Here's what's going on is that, we've got a lot of curriculum we don't need. We've got a lot of stuff we haven't used in a long time. We've got a few more things that we want to shove in there. We're just doing a big organizing day. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that on Tuesday evening. If you have anything in there that that we're going to put all this stuff out on a table, and if you want it, you can take it next Sunday. But after that, it's going to go in the garbage. If you want to help out, you want to be part of it, by all means, come in. We'd love to talk about it. And so there you go into, it. Now the problem is you got people that are like hot to trot, and they are now like, they have to wait a solid 2 weeks before they're allowed to throw out the stuff that they were intending to clear out. And some people just can't handle that. It's on my mind, I have to do it now. It's something, it was a good idea, let's get it done. But that idea of hitting the brakes and backing off and going, let's take 2 weeks to do this, is unthinkable. And some get angry, legit upset, because they're like, it's so dumb that this church goes so slow. That's just every organization. That's every human organization goes slow, and it's not an exception. I'm guessing that what this dude needs to do is stop, or the dudette, or whoever. What they need to do is they need to stop. And they need to change their thinking to go, the changes that I want to make, the changes we want to make, as important as they are not going to happen for a long time. Right? Take this 6-month plan that this dude's got in his head and stretch it out to 3 years, right? And put that, whatever in the first 6 months here, being, I gotta go talk to some folks. I want to go listen to some people. We're going to have some town hall meetings. We're going to have some, I'm going to make sure that we're, I hear from everybody else what they're thinking. We do a couple petitions, depending on how big the church is, right? It's either you do a bunch of, like paperwork and come to the website and fill out the survey. But if it's a little church, and you go talk to people, you have a meeting, you have a middle of the year town hall meeting where you just kind of talk about stuff, and then people feel like they've had their voice heard. They feel like, and they brought stuff up, and even if it's all just dumb ideas that don't make sense, or you let so-and-so argue for a little while, they're just like, everything that's changing is stupid, and everybody who wants to change anything is stupid, don't you know? And then he feels like he's been heard. You kind of go, well, thank you for your opinion. We're moving past that, but at least everybody heard him. and he doesn't have to go work behind the scenes and, you know, pick you apart with nobody ever seeing. Maybe he'll do that later, but what they'll say is, we heard you at the meeting, bud, you know, and then the pastor said, and the leadership team said this. That was the response. And, you know, I mean, that's what's going to happen, as opposed to you make the change, you don't have the meeting, you don't have a conversation. This guy comes around the corner and he starts working in the background. You know, they never listen to us, and they're changing this thing, and I don't think he's qualified anymore, and then blah, blah, blah. You know, you could solve all that through a town hall and a coffee time. So my guess is that what you need to do is, in this person's brain, pull the brakes, stretch out the timeline to be far longer than it is, and then take the initiative to sit down with people individually, and like as families or whatever, and then sit down in a town hall and just kind of talk about it. Like we've been moving forward in this direction, and I don't, you know, like I've been getting some pushback. Just be honest, like felt like I've been getting some pushback, and just curious, so you guys, what's going on here? This is my vision. This is what I see. This is what I think is supposed to happen. This is what I feel like God is leading us towards. But, you know, I want to hear from you guys too. Like, so new, help me out, right? It's a challenge in churches because of fear. It's a challenge in churches a lot because of fear. What ends up happening is you have somebody who has a good idea, and they are afraid it's going to get taken away, or they're afraid they don't fully understand it, so they can't really like defend it, or they have seen what happens when people stick their neck out, you know, like, I'm going to do a thing, and then they get smacked by the mean person in the church, or the grumpy old lady who just, you know, is super negative. They like, that's just, and they're like, I don't want to get smacked by the old lady. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to, so I'm going to do it anyway. Right? There's a fear there that's promoting the lack of communication. Impatience for sure. Maybe excitement. Maybe there's a positive side. They're excited to do it. But I like I said, if you take anything in the church and you multiply the timeline by at least three or four, like if you're like, well, we're going to do this thing, it should take 3 months, be like, nope, it's going to take 2 seasons. That's how long it's going to be. Yeah. And the sense of ownership too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Clay says, our church put together a team which included our newest pastor to seek and to go through a course and come up with a vision and direction for the church. Pastor also let the congregation know what was going on as we went through the process. Yeah. I mean, that's the ironic part about this, you know, is that we have more ways of communication than in the history of ever, right? Like, there is so many ways that people can communicate. We got, you know, you can do email blasts, and you can call people on the phone. You can set up an auto texter that literally texts people. You have websites and blogs. You can do YouTube videos. You can send out a podcast. There's 1,000 different things you can do to get the message into people's hands, and you know, that isn't just the bulletin. You can do this thing, but the problem is you have to slow down. And you have to be able to be flexible in it. You have to be ready for feedback. And like Pops Racer said, you know, like, you're going to have to probably share what's happening. And so therefore, if you keep people involved, informed, that's if you go to coffee right now, like exclamation point coffee, you'll see the people who are supporting me. Part of my responsibility for the people that are supporting me is for me to communicate to them what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, where I'm going, what the plan is, why, you know, like, if I'll show you. I wonder if I can do this on Fireside. Probably can. Hello? Where are you? One second. We'll get there. We got it. Oh, I see. Okay. I screwed it up playing Breath of the Wild. That's so funny. that everything was working fine, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. Okay, how's that? There we go. Okay, so what you'll see, and I'll shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Is here, like there's always a message, right? So this one here, this is what I'm going to talk about, and that is the prepping for a big event. This is a great example of something that a lot of people wouldn't post, but I posted because I want people to be involved in the thinking process, in the halfway through thing, right? No, it's fine. I like it. I like I said, I didn't have a topic for Taco Tuesday, so I'm happy to jump in. And it gives me a little bit of energy to be able to answer questions. It's very helpful, Ligate. Thank you for the question. It's very helpful to me to be able to have that question. We got a little old lady smacking Dragon down with a handbag. That's funny. Poor Dragon. At the end, we had a 5-year plan where we would like things to be. God has moved some things sooner than later. Yeah. And that's the thing. You took time, you communicated it, you over a period of time gave people the chance to be able to reflect on it and think about it. The leadership came up with a plan that was either, focused or had the right compromises, and then was said, this is what we're doing. And then anybody who was like a naysayer, they had their say, and then this is where we're going. If you don't like it, don't support it, but we are going this way. Yeah, and yes. Expectations are important. All I'm saying for this one, so what I did here is I created this post to say, I'm prepping for a big event. Here's the support breakdown as it is right now, which isn't, it isn't done. Here's a couple things, but right in the middle, I say, at some point soon, ? Beginning in March, I'll be doing something special that will include a special stream event, gives away fancy stickers and something. And that, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. It doesn't make sense to some people. Why would you release something if that's only half cooked? And the answer is because I want the people who are supporting me, I want those who know me and love me and want, and are working with me to build up the ministry and help people to be like, oh, there's something happening. And the fact that I continuously ask questions, it's just like, do you, can anybody help? Do you got any things you want to do? I need, ideas. Then there's it's a group project. Everybody's involved and everybody's thinking about it and everybody has a say in it, and then we launch forward. If I was more paranoid, and maybe me in the past or, other people, paranoid me would have went, I can't tell them what I'm doing, because if I show that I spent the sticker money on something and I really didn't have a plan for it yet, they're going to get mad at me. And I need to come up with a really big event. Everything has to be big and perfect and all put together so that when it launches, they can look at it and go, wow, that's really cool. Good job. You're smart. I would have lost people along the way. But if what I say was, this is what I'm thinking, this is where I'm going, this is what the process is like in my head, then they feel like they're journeying with me. I'm not saying I'm a perfect communicator, but I am saying I've definitely learned to let people know along the way what you're doing, where you're going, what you're thinking, and to be honest and say, I don't know how long, I don't know what's going to happen. My maybe this will change. Maybe this will happen in a couple days. I don't know. Or maybe it'll completely be different, but at least you guys know what I'm thinking. Euclid says, iterative development is not that unusual these days. People wondering why it's not 100% set in stone should realize that. Yeah. And that's especially considering, especially in volunteer organizations like Christian Ninja Online Ministries is a volunteer organization, and it doesn't function without the volunteers, period. Which means I'm working on volunteer schedules, right? So I want the taco Discord to work, right? I want it to be up, and I wanted it to be up 2 months ago, but I'm working with volunteers, so I gotta wait for the guy who who's doing the mod stuff because he was on vacation for 2 weeks, and I got to wait for, the people who are going to be moving their stuff over to be ready for it. And I got to wait for, whatever happens. And some people forget, and you're like, well, they forgot, and that's okay, because it'll happen. Man, I tell you what, me 15 years ago, 16, 17 years ago, me a long time ago, I would have been losing my mind right now, because I would have been like, I said that we were going to do this. If it doesn't get done, then that means I'm disobeying God, and we're not working together, and I need to make it happen. This is what's going to happen. So I'll go do it myself. And that's where I would go. And it would be, I got to get it done, and I got to get it done well. And the only person that can do it is me, because nobody else is helping. And so therefore I'm going to plow forward. Now it's, I need people to come along. I want people to go with me. I want all the help. And so I take the timeline and I extend it, and I take the stress level and I drop it, and I go, if it never happens, that's okay. What's the number one thing when it comes to streaming, when it comes to content creation for a Christian? It is engagement with the community in a meaningful way. That's number one. Number two is like content creation being actually good, right? So if I'm hitting number one, which is meaningful conversations, meaningful interactions with people who are part of the online community, and the Discord doesn't get fixed, and the graphics don't get done, and the big event doesn't happen, and the stickers don't get sent out, and all that, that's all okay, right? That's all okay now. What didn't used to be with me. It was all like, these 10 things have to happen, and then we're gonna do them. That, as long as that number one thing is happening, that's my new mindset. Well, not new, it's been for a while, but it's not easy, because if you're a motivated person or a gifted person, you want to get things done quick. Problem is, as soon as other people are involved, especially volunteers, there's no such thing as quick. Sis Pineapple says, we have issues at work as the new boss stopped having all team meetings a year ago. No one ever knows what is going on and who's on leave, who's sick. Yeah. I mean, as much as people hate meetings, like the Wednesday catch-up meeting, or the Monday morning, let's just stand around and look at each other and drink coffee and say the same things we said last week meeting. As much as people hate those, like they serve a purpose. Also, I'm not the only one that God is teaching to be flexible and not a perfectionist. Yes, I'd like to believe. Hey, Samus, good to see you. I'd like to believe that I've found a happy medium between, anally retentive perfectionism to the absolute pixel, and, loving, kind patience with the people that I'm serving and that I'm trying to work with. I'd like to believe I found a tension, like the happy middle ground, but I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure that's true, because when it's not perfect, I'm going to switch to lo-fi. This is just too much energy. When it's not perfect, what it ends up being is, I feel like I'm letting you down. I feel like it's something I've lied to you, or that, like I'm giving an inferior product, which shows lack of love, lack of hospitality. And so I kind of want it to be perfect. But at the same time, and the instinct to say, you guys said that you said this is important. You said you like the channel. You said you want to do ministry. You said you're going to help me with volunteers. Why aren't you working harder? That's the instinct starts to flare up, and it's only the maturity and the grace of God that says, calm down. It's not about that. Let's talk about the priority lists again. What's number one? What's number two? And the rest of it's okay, right? It's okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's all those solutions are old solutions. Communicate more, be patient, seek compromise where you can, and then go forward with courage when you've got a little plan. Like, don't do anything alone. It's in the church. It's, unless you're not Martin Luther. That's the thing. Everybody thinks they're Martin Luther. Like, I'm changing the world. I'm going to say, like, you're not. Just calm down and work with others. There's a good chance that if the idea is only your idea and you're the only one who thinks it's a good idea and you're having to like pull it uphill all the time, good chance that it's not a God idea, it's just your idea, and that's why you've made it into the golden calf that it is, and you probably need to kill it. Because as much as you hate it, the old dudes in your church, the young people in your church, the families in your church, the singles in your church, when they look at what you're doing, they see it in a different perspective that you need to be able to see too. Which is why you gotta listen. Bernarda in doing the case allocations. No one was doing it. The person who did it has taken lots of sick leave. It was either that or get all the cases in one great lump. When they're all urgent. Oh, that's good. At least you know what to do that, right? In a lot of organizations, it's so compartmentalized or departmentalized that nobody knows what the other department's doing. And then you just sit there with your finger up your nose, waiting for something to happen in a room that you have never been in. You know? I still remember when I was trying to get to live in the States, right? I had like a temporary, I don't know what you call it, visa or whatever, like a temporary status. And I went to the government building and I went to the 7th floor and talking to the 7th floor person. And then they're like, no, that's not how that works, man. You got to go talk to so-and-so on the 4th floor. So we got an elevator, go to the 4th floor, we stand in line, talk to the 4th floor person. And they're like, no, you don't do this first. You do the 7th floor is the thing. Cause you got to do the 7th floor thing before you talk to me. And I went back up and I said, this person said that I got to do, and they're like, no, they're wrong. So I brought the 4th floor person upstairs to the 7th floor person. I'm like, would you just come with me and talk to the person, please? Cause I'm going to continue to look at you otherwise. And then they went and looked at each other. Wait, the policy changed? I didn't know that, blah, blah, blah. And I walked out and the paperwork at least was closer to done. Like it required the movement of feet to another floor because they just weren't going to talk to each other. I mean, yeah, well, Pineapple, if they see you as trying to be the quote unquote boss rather than helping them through administration, then yeah, I can see that, especially when, you assign stuff. I can see, but at the same time, what's the alternative, right? The boss is not doing his job and everything becomes urgent, and then I don't know, maybe you go over his head. Like maybe Pineapple, maybe this is the time to go over your boss's head and just kind of go, you know what? We lack organization and direction. Things are going to get dropped and people are going to get in trouble soon because I'm doing jobs that I shouldn't have to do, which is taking away from the jobs I am supposed to do, and I'm doing someone else's job that isn't here. So you have to do something, boss of the boss. Do you know Asterix? You know Asterix and Obelisk, you mean? Or you mean the character on a keyboard? Because I know that one. My non-Christian brother has a saying, no good deed ever goes unpunished. Yeah, it's kind of true. Right? There's consequences to everything. Nope, asterisk. There's a scene where they have to fill out a form. I don't know that one. You should, if you find it, I think you should pop it in the Discord at some point. Just don't, you don't have to find it now, but it would be cool. I'd love to see, because I love that meme. You like having that mutual, everybody's seen the same thing, so we can have that undercurrent of understanding. That's always fun. Tell you what, why don't we jump into the verse of the day, and we'll get the stream started at 1 o'clock. I changed it in the middle of all the E's. That's funny. Yeah, denied. Yeah, well, half denied. Sorry about that. My brain is slow. Consequence: do not leave 10 minutes later to bring son to school. I took half an hour instead of half an hour. Yeah, took 1.5 hours instead of. Yeah, there's a certain rhythm to traffic, right? A certain rhythm to the day. Yeah, I know that one. if we don't leave now, we're going to be very late. But if we leave 3 minutes, 3 minutes from now, like, we'll be fine. But if we leave 10 minutes from now, we're not going to be fine. Yep. 6 a.m. Boy, you're a better person than I am. If my kid wanted me to do something at 6 a.m., I'd be like, sucks to be you, man. There's the door. There's your shoes. Let me pray, and then I'm gonna jump into the Devo. God, thank you for your love, and thank you for your grace. Thank you for taking care of us, and so much patience. Thank you for letting us work with you. Thank you for giving us gifts to be able to serve you and others, for giving us the desire to do that, to love because you loved us first, to do good because you did good to us first, to have a conscience because you gave it to us. You are the motivating force behind everything that is good. All good gifts come from you, and we get to participate in that. I pray that you, as we talk about, your people, difficult it is sometimes, and the importance of patience and communication, that we'd prioritize the love of others, the servant's heart, over getting things done. And that's hard in our society. It's hard for a lot of us to not get things done because we're waiting for interpersonal stuff. But God, you are a patient God. You waited thousands of years to make your plan, and you're waiting thousands more to complete it. So help us be patient too. Help us to as we turn to your word, to have it be meaningful. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so today's verse of the day, exclamation point Devo, D-E-V-O, or exclamation point V-O-D, if you want to see the verse of day. I'm going to talk about something. What if God doesn't meet your expectations, right? What if God doesn't meet your expectations? If you don't know where this verse is from, this is the feeding of the 5,000, right? So what's happening? Jesus does the feeding of the 5,000. We covered that story a little while ago. It's basically like Jesus is there, he's teaching, a whole bunch of people came, and he'd been teaching for a long time. People are getting hungry. He's like, the apostle, or one of the disciples said, we should probably send these people home. They're getting really hungry. And Jesus is like, why don't we feed them, right? And so they did. And I'm summarizing. After Jesus performed the miracle of taking a kid's lunch and turning it into 12 baskets of food, there was an immediate kind of ripple through the crowd that said, here, John 16, when the people saw the sign that he had done, and that means when he had made food come out of nowhere, right? They said, this is indeed the prophet who is to come to the world. And that means the prophet, capital P, is the one that Moses predicted, where Moses said, one who is a prophet like me is going to come into Israel, and he will continue to teach. That was like a prophecy about Jesus. And so when they talk about the prophet, they talk about, that's the Moses prophet kind of thing. Hello. Hey, Wink. Yeah, that's true. And that's where we're going with this, Wink, for sure. And so it says, perceiving then that they were to come and take him by force to make him king, Jesus withdrew again to the mountain by himself. That's the verse I wanted to park on, right? Our verse of the day, the one in the corner here, is that the people are like, wow, this is so cool. Like the prophecy is fulfilled right before us. We just witnessed a miracle. This is the coolest thing in the history of ever. And then they look at Jesus, and the phrase is, they were going to take him by force and make him king. In other words, they were going to start a riot. They were going to start, taking on soldiers. They were going to take Jesus and be like, lead the group, and then bring him to the temple and elevate him, and, tell the Sanhedrin about him. And it was going to be a whole thing. Jesus is like, that's not how I do things. And so he left. He actually took off. So the first expectation, right? The first expectation that these people had is that Jesus is here to feed my belly, to give me comfort. The next expectation, Jesus is here to save us from our Roman oppressors, right? Jesus is here to bring military victory. Jesus will do what we want because we're his crowd, And if he wants us to be around him, then he darn well better do what we say. And I'm going to show you what he did right after this, because it's kind of super interesting. Yeah. NDI source. Where's my NDI source? There we go. Oop. So, right after this, we see Jesus, he's on he feeds the 5,000, it's a whole thing. Jesus, at the end, it says, perceiving they were about to, come and take him by force to make him king, he withdrew again. Then when evening came, he was gone. Like, he took off. His disciples didn't even know where he was. And so they took off to go to see, if they were going to go to cross to go to the next place that they were supposed to go. And Jesus literally walks on water, calms the storm, whole 9 yards. It's a whole big deal, which is very cool. But this is what happens next. On the next day, the crowd that remained on the other side of the sea saw that there had only been one boat there, and that Jesus had not entered the boat with his disciples, but his disciples had gone away alone. Other boats from Tiberias came near the place where they had eaten the bread of the Lord after the Lord had given thanks. So when the crowd saw that Jesus was not there, nor his disciples, they said they got themselves into boats, went to Capernaum seeking Jesus. Right? Chapter Clay said, my expectations of my want does not necessarily look like the expectations of my need. For sure. What you expect, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. But right, your expectations of what you want, as in like the things that the good gifts that you think God is supposed to give you versus the things I actually need, those aren't always what you think they are, for sure. And that's where we're going with this. So when they found him on the other side of the sea, they said to him, Rabbi, when did you get here? Jesus answered them, truly, truly, I say to you, you're seeking me not because you saw signs, but because you ate your fill of the loaves. Jesus looks right at him, and he's looking at a crowd, right? Hi, Alice. We're talking about expectations. What if God doesn't meet your expectations? And Jesus, in this particular verse, is all about not meeting people's expectations. Hey, Wolfcat, good to see you. So, Jesus turns around, he looks right at him, and he says, you're here for sandwiches again, aren't you? Right? You saw the sign. You said, this is, this is a sign. This is the prophet. But instead of coming and going, I wonder what the prophet has to say. I wonder what the messenger of God has to say. I wonder what the one whom Moses prophesied has to say about this. The one who has come and has shown his power through his sign. I wonder what he's going to say. Let us come and sit down and listen to this dude and go like, okay, so he clearly has power. He clearly has a message. He's clearly a good teacher. He's clearly of God. We better shut up and listen and see what he's going to say. He says, that's not why you're here, is it? Right? You're here because you want me to comfort you and give you food and give you safety and give you security and give you happiness and give you victory and raise you up above all the other nations. That's what you're here for, right? He says, do not work for the food that perishes, but for the food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For on him, God the Father has set his seal. Right? Basically saying, don't, you need to think more long-term, eternal thoughts, spiritual stuff, right? Like I'm not here for that. They said to them, what must we do to be doing the works of God? Jesus said, this is the work of God, that you believe in him who he has sent, right? So he's like, what I just said, like, I am the food that endures to give eternal life. I will give it to you. I'm the Son of Man. I'll give it to you. God has set his seal. I am the appointed one to bring you salvation, to bring you to eternal life. Stop thinking about sandwiches. And they said, okay, so what does God want? Jesus said, believe what I'm saying, right? You don't have to do anything. Just believe me when I'm talking to you. Sit down, shut up, and listen, right? I'm going to tell you some important stuff. So they said, what sign do you do that we may see and believe you? What work will you perform? Right? They came because they saw the sign. They'd just gotten fed miraculously. And here they are. again being like, you know what? I don't know. You should probably do another sign just to make sure, because all they care about is their stomach. All they care about is their comfort. All they care about is seeing another spectacle, right? Dragon, sorry, I just saw your message. You said doctors said I have 2 weeks left without surgery at most. So let me ask you then, Dragon. You said your friend is going to help you with surgery, and if the doctors say it's that urgent, what needs to happen to get you surgery? What's the barrier between you and getting the help you need, like through the doctor? What's the thing there that needs to happen, and are you doing it, or is there something that's standing in the way? Because you've talked about a lot of times, you know, you have this plan, you do this thing, you think this is where it's going, and then something just gets in the way. So are you finding a path towards that? Let the Lord be done, whether... Okay, but... Yes, and that's good. But what's the... If you have access to the surgery, and you said that you're willing to get the surgery now, like, because you weren't before, because, you know, give you this 70%, you know, death thing, but now you're like, well, I'm gonna die anyway, may as well get the surgery. So if you want the surgery, you got someone to pay for the surgery, and the doctor said you need it, is there something happening that's preventing you from getting it? I just want, like, and I'm not pestering you, I promise this isn't me being all, you know, your dad or anything. I'm just curious because, you know, Averkillian wants to pray and Sis Pineapple want to pray, but if there's something that's like a barrier for you, then we'd love to pray. Now, that being said, I don't believe that all Christians must go pursue surgery and life at all costs, take all the medicines in the world and go get, you know, all the treatments you can. I don't think that's true. I think some Christians go, you know what? No, God, this is the time. If God wants me, he'll take me. If God doesn't want me, then I'm gonna go see him, and that's okay with me. And I think that could be okay with their family, and okay with, you know, I think that's valid. And you don't have to fight to extend your life, even if it's gonna make you miserable, kind of thing. But it's not my choice to make, but the Lord's. I will go through with the surgery, but there's a chance it could kill me. Yes, I know, that's true. Did he say? Oh, he said that it's Friday this week. I missed that. Thank you for pointing that out, Pineapple. So this coming Friday, is your surgery during the day or during the evening? I'm making a note. That way I can be sure to remember. My friend will pay for the surgery, so the cost has been waived, but 2 weeks is the most I have without it, unless God makes a miracle for me. Okay. I mean, that's more often than not, God's plan is that, or God, the way that God works is through people, right? It doesn't often work just him, you know, with absolutely no, nothing in between. He most often chooses to work through people. Sometimes that's the doctor, sometimes that's the pastor, sometimes that's a miracle worker, like it, but he uses people. And so if you, yeah, unless God works a miracle, then you're gonna go through the surgery. All right. Can I pray for you now? I mean, you can stop me if you want, but I'm gonna pray for you now if you don't mind, bud. Because I think that's how are you doing with fear? Before I pray, Dragon, let me ask the question. Are you afraid? Are you worried? about, potential consequences? Are you excited because you finally get this? You finally get a thing to like some hope because you've been denied so many times help? Like, where are your emotions on this? Or is it a whole bunch of things? Because like putting myself in your shoes is hard because I've never had to deal with that. So I don't really know where your heart would, where it would be. Because I'd imagine the answer is mixed, right? It's always, well, I'm worried about the surgery, but I'm excited that it could work, but I'm also afraid of the consequences, but I'm also hopeful, but I'm also faithful, and I know God will take care of me, but at the same time, I'm nervous, like, I'm sure there's a lot of feelings that are happening, but what's your main feeling? I know my friend has the money for the surgery. Yes, there's a chance that the surgery could kill me, but my trust is in the Lord. Let his will be done, not my will. Which is great, bud. That was great, bud. Does that mean you're at peace with the whole thing? Like, are you just cruising? Because I can totally appreciate that from a Christian perspective. You just kind of go, yeah, well, what happens. Either I go see Jesus or he fixes me, or, whatever. But his will be done. So is that where you're at? Like, you're at peace, or is there a trepidation? I think as the person getting the surgery, the person who's going through it, I think it can be a lot easier to deal with than the one who's watching the person get the surgery, right? Watching, like your mom, your dad, your friends, like I would imagine they're kind of having are they doing okay? Are you getting support from them? Or are they freaking out and, telling you to do all kinds of stuff? Hey, Mama Mouse, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Just about to pray for Dragon. He's got a big thing in his life right now. We're gonna be praying for him just in a minute. I just want to kind of make sure I get my head wrapped around where he's at. How's your family dealing with it? Because I know that there's if there's already tension right in the house and stuff, and that means they're either going to rally around you and be like, we should stop doing the silly fighting and we should just rally around Dragon. And sometimes it's, like, I'm more stressed out, so I'm going to try to yell you into health. Looking at it, know what happens. Getting something if I want, if I die. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. It's amazing that a friend is willing to pay for this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Still hard to go through. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that the family, right? The family is part of this. Not everything, right? Just because of your unique situation. But it's definitely important, especially, yeah, take care of your dad, right? That's a big deal. He's got to be scared too, right? Be on your behalf and on his own behalf. That's very complicated. I'm gonna pray real quick, and then we'll keep going. Just cruising at this point. That's good. Yeah, I'm not sure how your mom's doing, or your dad, or whatever. How the situation. Yeah, or your 12 brothers and sisters. Lord, you're good. Your love endures. It endures so much that it goes beyond life into eternity. Dragon knows you. Dragon loves you. You've taken him through so much. You brought him from the brink of death and starvation and in total chaos into order and love and obedience and peace. You've taken him from someone who was afraid of death and was willing to meet it out, to someone who can face death, someone who is lovingly serving his family. You're a miracle worker, and we see the miracle in Dragon all the time. Thank you for the provision of his friend who has decided to pay for this. That's amazing. Thank you for the grace given. We know that the credit goes to you and that you work through him. So bless you, Lord, for that, and bless that person. As Dragon works through the next few days here, trying to cruise himself through to the surgery time, I pray that you would help his family to be patient and kind, be willing, that he would the next 3 days would be positive, filled with encouragement. I pray for the surgery specifically, that as Dragon said, your will be done. Whether it be you take Dragon home or you fix him. We want our desires to be with Dragon for longer because that's what we want. But we know that might not be what's best for him. He wants to stay because he wants to take care of his dad. And I think that's amazing. That's what Paul said. He wants to go to heaven, but he wants to stay to take care of his people. That's a godly thing. So just though we don't know what to pray for and we don't know which way to go, we know that whatever it is, in the end, you are the winner. Your love endures, and we hope for the best. We hope that we know the best will occur. I pray that you bring peace to his friends and his family, that they might trust you too, the way Dragon does. In Jesus' name, amen. That's tough, buddy. Dragon's been around in this channel for, let's say, ever. I think he might have been the first person to join that was not one of my actual children. What scares me, though, I think the one thing that makes me nervous and I think is getting me choked up is I don't know what'll happen on Friday and afterwards. And I don't know how to find out. And I'm not pressuring you, and there's no pressure, Dragon, at all. This is just my baggage, not yours. But like, if God takes you home, we want to be able to grieve, and we want to be able to be thankful for God's provision and eternal life. We want to do that. But if you're better, but you don't have your phone or whatever, then we want to know. Not that we want to pressure you to tell everybody and dump your truck, and it's not about us, it's about you. I get it. But I'm just if I don't see Dragon in the chat on Monday, does that mean just wait longer? I think it's nerve-wracking for me anyway, because I care about you. I love you, buddy. I don't know. We got to figure that out. There's got to be a way. Yeah, there's got to be a way to figure that out. Maybe you can DM me something. just DM me something so that I can check or whatever. I don't know. Check the newspaper. I have no idea, dude. I don't know. But we care about you. Let's keep going on the Devo, and then we'll close off, and then we'll jump into the game. That's tough, buddy. But you're an inspiration to me, Dragon. You really are. You really are. So we're talking about Jesus and unmet expectations, right? And really, not that I want to use Dragon as a sermon illustration, but it's a good point in that his response to it is, I'm just going to sit and listen to God, which is exactly what Jesus said, right? Jesus is like, okay, so I'm here. I'm the prophet. Yes. Showed you a sign. Thumbs up. Let's go. Sit down, shut up, and listen. Like, let me do to you what I want to do to you. And that's exactly what Dragon is saying, right? He's like, whatever God wants, we'll just do that. These guys are not doing that. That's not their response. Yes. Thank you, Dragon. I appreciate that. And then, yes, Everkilling's got a good point, but still, come on. Yeah, actually, there's not a bad idea. Sis Pineapple got a good idea. Could you presume upon your friend to send me an email or come into chat and let us know. I don't know if he knows. That would be great for us, or like a pastor or a friend or something like that. Like if you, maybe they could do it. Like give us the old thumbs up or whatever, just so we know. No pressure, but it would be great if you could work that out. We'd love to know. But that's right. But that's not what these guys are doing, right? They turn around and they basically say, perform for us again. Do something else, right? We want to see it again. And Jesus replies, they're like, give us more food. And we want to see manna. We want to see more sandwiches. We want to see more bread. Jesus replies with, listen, Moses didn't give you bread from heaven. God gave you bread from heaven. And right now, God is giving you me. I'm the bread from heaven. Like the real one, the good one, the one that's going to give you life, the one that will give you eternal life. So sit down, shut up, and listen to me. Right? And they're like, oh, cool. Give us that bread. And I don't know, as a teacher, when you're sitting there and you see the spark of inspiration in the eyes of a pupil, and all of a sudden you realize that inspiration was just off completely, you're like, well, at the very least, Dragon, he could take my email address, right? Or whatever. I can give you that. Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. Right. This is where the conversation is going. He's talking about, he explains how they shouldn't be so concentrated on their stomachs, on their needs, on their fears, on the externals, because their biggest problem is sin. The biggest problem is the stuff going on the inside. The biggest problem is their separation from God. Like that's what he's coming to solve. His death on the cross will solve the problem of God's wrath. Like him rising again will solve the problem of death. Like the biggest problems that we have, he came to solve, not the one where it's temporary, you get one meal and then you're hungry again in 3 hours. Later, this is, we can, you know what, I'm not going to go there, but later what you'll see is Jesus actually makes an illustration where he says, listen, like the only way you're going to be able to be saved is if I am you're so part of me that it's like you eat my body and drink my blood. That's it's going to be that intimate, that big of a deal. And of course we know that it was pointing to the Passover and pointing to communion and Lord's Supper, Eucharist or whatever. And they freak out. They're like, that's gross and weird, and we don't want to know anything about that. And they leave. Like literally everybody leaves. They go from Jesus is the prophet who can work miracles to sitting there listening to a sermon from the lips of Jesus about how to find eternal life, him saying in no uncertain terms who he is and what he intends to do, to leaving him because they don't want to listen anymore. And as critical as we want to be of these people, we have to remember we do the same. Right? We know, if you're a Christian, you know God, you know his heart, you know where he's at, where you're like, okay, I get, God is good and God is taking care of me. God knows what I need. God has saved me for eternal life. My spiritual life is what's most important. But we so often slip into the same error, and kind of go, yeah, I know that spiritual life is important, but I really wish I had more comfort. I know spiritual life is important, but I really wish you just, make me better, popular, cleaner, wiser, whatever, so that I look better on the outside or whatever. Like it's just like we ask God for these external things so that we can have a better life. And God is very clear about saying, actually, that will be a problem. That could be a problem for you, and therefore I'm not giving it to you. The best things in life, the most important things in life, are to make sure that you are right with me and that your spiritual life is settled, even if that means going through suffering, because suffering and loss and grieving, that actually is an opportunity to draw closer to God, to learn more about him, to become more like Jesus. And if that's what you want, that's the school, right? Comfort isn't the school for that. Do you really want the bread of eternal life? If so, it's going to be going through some hard stuff. Or are you more interested in asking Jesus for sandwiches? And you would miss out on eternal life for the sake of a little bit of comfort. That's the Devo, right? That's the question. That's the big ending. Dragon is a great example, a great illustration of that, of someone who has the choice, right? Like, he could be angry. He could be mad at God, going, God, you made my life difficult, and you started me off difficult, and everything's been difficult, and it's all been difficult. You owe me. You owe me comfort, right? But he's not. He's going, I was in difficulty. God saved me from the difficulty. God turned me from someone who was selfish to somebody who was a servant of someone who was difficult to serve. And now he's got my eternity. So who am I to complain? Like, very Polycarp, if you know Polycarp's story. But yeah, that's grace of God, man. Let me pray. And yeah, Alice, sandwiches aren't bad. I've been slagging sandwiches, but sandwiches aren't bad in and of themselves. Let me pray. God, thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace, and thank you for your patience. Help us have an eternal view of things. Help us to desire you more than we desire anything else, and to recognize that the school of suffering and difficulty is what is going to bring us around to be more like you. That the lessons we learn through it are ones we couldn't learn in comfort, and at the other side we'll be better for it internally, stronger, better character, more perseverance, more like you. If we start thinking about our stomachs too much, help us remember to tell them to be quiet. And as we move into the Lent tomorrow, may it be today that we are able to recognize, that might be a good time for us to test our stomachs and see what we really want. In Jesus' name, amen.
The question of the day.
Yeah, tomorrow is Lent. Tomorrow's Ash Wednesday, which is also Lent. I will drink the iced tea. Which I need to drink another one today. Because that's the only one I got left. Yeah, 'tis the season, right? So, pardon. If you want to test your priorities, this is what the Lent season, the fasting season is all about. Today's Pancake Day. Yeah, today is Mardi Gras. Pancake Tuesday, right? I'm right about that, right? Is today Shrove Tuesday? It is. I was right. I don't know why it's got so many names, but it does. Found the clip. Nice. No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that, Lightgate. But this is the season. This is the question. If you have the question in your mind, do I care about my stomach more? Or do I care about Jesus more? Do I care more about comfort, or do I care more about my spirit and my heart, my relationship with God? If that's your question, if you wanted the test, that's what fasting's for. You take something out of your life that is important, or something usual, or something that you normally do, and you replace it with a relation, like a new time with God. That's what fasting is for. It's not just stop something. It's replace that longing for the thing with a longing for God. That's what you're doing. It's not just stop eating sugar. Hey, I'm not eating sugar. Guess what? I'm not eating sugar. What are you not doing? You're not eating. Oh, well, I'm not eating sugar. That's the opposite. That's you filling your boots with a bunch of pride. But what you do instead is, when you have the craving, or when you have the desire, you say, that craving, you steer it towards, this is a craving I should be having for God. This is a craving this is reminding me of how much I need Jesus in my life, right? How distracting the world is. That's what the fasting's all about. Chaos says, I've been having this conversation with God lately because I have all these situations and people in my life that the human side of me just wants to be able to fix. I have to keep asking God to help me to trust him and to work it all out and work miracles where there needs to be them, instead of wanting to fix everything myself because I cannot, only he can. And Mama Mouse, that's important to know. The people who can't get that right are people who have what we call a messiah complex. That's right. They believe their value comes from saving. Their value comes from being the catalyst for this other person's life change or whatever, you know, and they get strokes for it. So they're not actually helping anybody. They're just boosting their own self, whatever, through helping people or through trying to help people. And it ends up being that they, instead of helping them to become more like Jesus, they just want them to become better forms of themselves, right? Like, come be more like me, instead of let me help you become more like Jesus. So yeah, it's hard though, especially if you're watching someone destroy themselves. Like I had somebody in my family, and you guys know the story, who just decided one day he would destroy himself. Just said, I have decided that from now on, I'm going to say no to the things I should say yes to, and yes to the things I should say no to, and see what happens. And after a few years, it led to them dying because they just made all the bad decisions possible. And it's hard to watch because you want to reach out and you want to help. And I remember at the very beginning, and I'm talking about my son, but you know, at the very beginning, it was, you know, we're doing everything humanly possible to like steer the truck away from the precipice. Like, what does it take? Like, you know, bribe, threaten, help, medicine, doctor, what? Do everything. We did everything. You know what I mean? Bye, Leadgate. Yeah, no kidding. I'm glad. Hello, say hello to your daughter for me. But right, that's the thing, is that you end up, your heart goes out to want to fix the person, and at some point you just have to go, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Dragon says, take care of your body. I have not, and look where it landed me at 25. That's true. That's very true. I mean, we want to help. Like, I think the best thing we can do is bring comfort, right? That's the best thing we can do, is bring comfort. And we can say, what can I do to make your life a little smoother, you know, a little easier, right? Just a cup of cold water kind of thing. But we can't solve the problems. Yeah, and the question today is, what is something you really, really, really wanted, but when you got it, it was disappointing or disastrous? Like when you wanted this thing, and when you got it, it was like, meh. It lasted, the fun lasted, or the interest lasted almost no time. Or you got it and it was actually became a problem. What did you get? Been there dozens of times with one of my brothers who was an alcoholic. Yeah. Yep. You wish you could do something and you just can't. I think through, like, when I think of the things that I really, really wanted but ended up being disappointing, that's basically everything that I purchased before 10 years ago or so, because I didn't have my I only will buy things that will bring, will spark joy rule. And I just, a bunch of stuff on the shelf now that I couldn't care less about. Plastic doll with real hair when I was a kid. Turned out so boring. Yeah. Oh, really? The real hair thing? Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I mean, when you're a kid, that's the thing. You've seen this in action if you're a parent or if you're an aunt or uncle or whatever. You take the kid to the store, they see something on the aisle, and they're infatuated with it. It's the greatest toy, the most wonderful thing in the history of the entire universe. If they don't get it, they're gonna die. So I go to McDonald's, right? If I don't get the toy, I'm gonna die. I could die, Father. You have to get it for me. And then you give it to them, and it doesn't even make it to the car before it's like dropped or forgotten, shoved to the side. It was the moment. Everything about it was urgent and desirous. And then when you got it in your hands, didn't want it anymore. That's very human, and it doesn't go away when you're older unless you work at it. Real rifle instead of the homemade bows and arrows I was using. At this point, after I learned how much ammo costs, right? Yeah, no kidding. Need a slingshot. Dang, my friend had a slingshot when I was growing up. I love that thing. See, I had like a cheap one. He had like a really good one, and it was like the surgical tubing was really thick, and the pocket was real leather. It had like the wrist guard thing, and you could pull that thing back. The BBs he had were like legit big BBs, and you could put it into a tree, like you could poof, and it would go into a tree. I love that thing. I thought that was great. And when I talked to my mom and dad about it, they're like, oh no, you will hurt yourself or someone else. You will put an eye out. And that's true. I would have. I'm not good at doing things that don't cause me to bleed. And that's just the truth. That's just my curse. It's just the way it is. If I do anything, I bleed. I can't help it. Come to think of it, going to the McDonald's for the first time fits that too. We got food. We all got food poisoning. But the die-cast car that was the toy lasted a long time. Oh, that's good. There you go. A real die-cast car, not plastic. Yeah. Alice says, I don't know. I'm the kind of person who's interested in very little. Doesn't want a lot, and my expectations are low, so I'm hard to disappoint. Oh, that's good. Is that good or bad? Now that I think about it. Because, I mean, you can see that as a good thing. Like, it's a virtue of saying, basically, like, you know what? Worldly stuff and the things around me, I really don't care about. I care about people, relationships, and I care about, making sure that, the people I care about are taken care of. But the other side of that could easily be, I don't care about anything. Like, I'm so full of disappointment, and I'm so full of things that I couldn't care less about. Nothing is ever measured up. And so, quite frankly, I gave up. Nothing in this world is going to be good. I just live in this state of everything sucks, So I can see both. So which side are you on more, Alice? Ukulele says, question of the day, are we allowed to say my marriage? I love my husband, but still waiting for that. And they lived happily ever after business to kick in. It's work, man. I might tell you what, it's work. Never goes the way you think. Never goes the way you think. There's an old adage, right? The woman marries the man in hopes of changing him, and the man marries the woman in hopes she'll never change, right? And both are disappointed. People get annoyed at me because birthdays and Christmases because I take no interest in anything, but in like a good way or a bad way. That's what I'm saying. Like if you got an experience with a friend, would you be like, that's so cool, I did want to do something fun with you? Or would it be if they tried to give you something, an experience with them, you'd be like, I don't want to do anything. I don't do things. I don't like things, right? Because one is sort of depression and funk, and the other one is just you don't prioritize material things. Thank you for the lurk, Everkillian. The second one, that's a bummer. I feel you though. I mean, I can get there. Like for me, you live with depression, you live with anxiety, you live with fear, you live with, worry and all the rest of that stuff for so long. You get to a point where you're like, either I'm going to live like this forever and just be miserable, or I'm going to figure out, how to have joy in the middle of it, or how to, recognize this feeling for what it is and try to work around it. And it's hard to do. And I mean, I don't know if you've ever really struggled with a mental illness or whatever, you probably had that experience where it's bad one day, like it's really bad. And it's so bad, you look at your own brain and you're like, this is so dumb, right? Like I'm so sad, I'm so grumpy, I'm so angry, I'm so whatever, that you're like, it's so clearly a chemical imbalance in my brain. This is stupid. I don't know, I don't know if you've ever had that sort of third person view of your own mental illness or not. Samus says I'm similar, actually trying to get stressed, trying to find things for people to buy so they can feel good, and they got me a thing I like. Yeah, that's hard to do. I mean, it depends on your love language too, right? Like I love languages are a great little exercise, of how you feel loved and how you give love are important to know. Like, are you a gift giver? Are you a physical touch huggy person? Are you a words of affirmation person? Are you a quality time person? People need to be like around you, or are you the other one that I can never remember, right? They like, if people give you gifts all the time and you're not a gift person, if that's not your love language, you don't care, then no matter how many they give you, it's not going to matter. If you're a quality time person and somebody's handing you gifts like crazy, you don't care. What you want is for them to sit with you and be with you, right? It's just to be here with me. Or if it's words of affirmation and all you get is, like, say, the dad who parachutes in and keeps sending you things but never actually talks to you, that's not what you want. You want them to sit and talk to you and tell you that, you know, you're good and that you're lovable. And if you have friends who are gifts are the love language, and you know, then stepping out and kind of going, okay, I know that this is meaningful to you, so I'll do that. Yeah. Your quality time for sure. Sis Pineapple says, I don't really get disappointed with presents. Being brought up with 5 brothers means I rarely got what I wanted. Yeah, no kidding, right? Even the hand-me-downs. I got what they wanted to play with. Yeah, I hear that. That's funny. I mean, we had boys first, then we had girls, right? And so the second girl got a lot of girly stuff. Wolfcat says, I'd never understand why someone would want to change someone. When you love someone, you should love them for who they are, their heart. Maybe try to help them change certain bad habits if they want to change said bad habit, but their personality, if you love their heart and you love their personality, not sure their personality is the right word, but for lack of a better term, that's what I use. So I think if I had to answer the question, it's because of, I want to use the word ignorance. Essentially when you're dating, like most people, when they date or when they get together or when they have, you know, their first blush relationship, it's infatuation, and you know, they're dating and they're talking, everybody's on their best behavior and whatever, and if it's too fast or if it's too, you know, whatever, then what ends up happening is you build this ideal person that this person is, because you don't want to see the negativity, you don't want to see the bad stuff, you don't want to see the stuff that isn't so kind or so good, because you love the person, you want to see the best, and you know, you don't like it when anybody talks down about them, and just like, no, they're great. And then later, you know, when the relationship starts to lengthen and you start to see the flaws, and the flaws start to become a bigger deal, you have a choice between going, there are too many flaws and I didn't realize that, and so I'm out of here, or going, okay, you know what, I like the good parts, but I'm gonna have to file off those edges, and so once that's done, we're gonna have the perfect whatever, perfect guy, perfect girl, perfect kid, perfect whatever employee, right? And that's your choice. That you can either work, like turn either 3 choices, right? You either get rid of the person, force the person to conform to whatever image you have of them, or discover and learn what it means, like Wolfcat said, just being like, this is who they are and I accept them for who they are, and their faults, I accept them, and I hope they accept me for mine, and that's good. We're gonna work together on these things. It's not very often. Usually people pick one of the first 2. They take off on the person, or they try to form them into their own image, as opposed to just going, well, they're a flawed creature too, just like me. I used to not want to go to work. The lift doors. Too many floors. Sorry, Wink, I don't quite know what you mean. Alice said, are we getting rid of all men? No. No. Women have flaws too. I can't tell you any off the top of my head right now, but they do. I'm more blunt truth. I'm gonna come in my jeans and shirt, nothing fancy. I'm not gonna put on some kind of show. I'm not gonna show them the truth. I'm gonna show them the true me. Some people say that, and it's a good thing, right? They say it and they go, you know, like, this is who I am and accept me, and I don't care if you don't. Some people use that as a weapon, right? They use it to keep people away, right? The idea of conformity to a group so that they can be accepted by it is so unpalatable that they use their uniqueness as a way to push people away. Because their uniqueness caused them to be rejected by a group. right? They were weird, they were different, and then they decided to come to terms with that. They're like, okay, cool, and they find their little group of people that's still weird and different like them. And then when they get to a group that they actually want to be part of, that's not quite their level of weirdness, they either try to make the group conform, or they try to offend them all by showing up and not conforming to the group and basically going, you guys have to be mean to me so that I don't want to be part of you anymore. So it's not me, it's you, right? People are complicated, man. just take all men and put them on an island somewhere. We would like it, thank you. See, it's not a threat. That's it's not a threat. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm in. You can have it. You can take society, and you can have running everything, and you can do all the jobs that keep the planet running, and you can, women, you take it all. We will go to the beach. The end. Have it. Have at her. It's all yours. You never know, Dragon. You never know. The night after I committed myself to be a lifetime monk celibate dude is the night I met my wife the next day, and you never know. No, we wouldn't. Men are hunters. We'd be okay. Be okay, even if we had to eat each other, we'd be fine. Cough, cough, I'm single. Get that long distance relationship going. Yeah, those always end well. Being unproductive isn't as fun as people think it is. That's true. It's true. Like, it's the whole day off thing. You take a day off, you're like, you just sit there with your, your Cheetos on your chest and looking at the TV. You get up after that, you don't feel better. Right? Yeah, a day off should be a day doing something different, not just completely just off, click, turned off, because you always feel bad. You never feel good about that. Couple hours, few hours, sure. Take your rest, watch your TV, feel, whatever. But afterwards, you generally don't feel good because we're kind of built to be doing stuff, producing, or at least at the very least, to be active. Otherwise, we feel weird. Maybe that's my culture and not anybody else's. But that's certainly my culture. Hey, you know what? It is time for me to take a break. It's 1:48, and I'm going to step out, take a quick break. I'm going to take about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back. And we're going to jump into Breath of the Wild, and that'll be fun. We're doing day 2, Breath of the Wild. I want to find another couple EX chests because I think those are fun, but we got to get through the tutorial first. So yeah, that'll be fun. So stick around for that. Okay, I won't see you after. Okay. Oh, you gotta go. Okay. I think you're like, Breath of the Wild, I'm out of here. But no, okay, you just gotta go. All right, that's cool. But I will read Wolfcat and Dragon. So Wolfcat says, thanks for helping me understand. I've never dated before. I met Hubs, so I didn't have any examples or experience, and I got to know Hubs in his darkest days, and I saw his flaws and from the start, and I still loved him and still wanted to be with him. Since then, he decided to change certain bad habits and decided to make better choices, not because I wanted better. Well, he could have done it for you too, right? I mean, like, I want to be a better person for the person that I care about. Yeah, that's so great. That's a good thing. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Becky said, I'm not saying I'm committed to stay single, but neither am I committed to trying to find anybody. I want somebody who's going to accept me. Well, I would say this. If you choose never to go anywhere where you're going to meet anybody, that will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you got to go to places. If you want to meet a person, you got to go to places. It sucks as a person who likes the basement, being by myself. You got to go places if you want to meet people. Go join a sports team, or go take up a hobby, or go, whatever. That's where people are. Just go where people are. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Now is a great time, by the way. Now's a great time to check out Coffee. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then maybe tell folks, if you've enjoyed the conversation today and you thought it was helpful, meaningful in some way, this community really means something to you. There's probably some lonely people out there that some people that need a community. Why don't you send them a text and say, hey, why don't you join the XtianNinja Channel? Come join us tomorrow, the day after. We're having a great time. and we it's always something interesting. So now's a good time to text that person. I'll be back in 10, and I'll see you in a little bit. Ah, no. No. What? No, just let me into the game. All right. So how's that for sound? You good? I'm gonna take a drink of water. So what we're doing right now, we are in the tutorial. It doesn't look like a tutorial, but it is. In case you don't know, right now I am, whoop, hold on, that one. I do not have all the bits and pieces yet, so we gotta go bits and pieces mode. That's what we're gonna do now. So we gotta follow the purple, which I'm pretty sure I gotta go up and around, and as soon as I cross this mountain, it's gonna get real cold, and then I'm gonna start freezing to death, and I've only got 3 hearts, which means I gotta make sure that I cook something. My microphone's too low. This isn't working for me. It's imperfect. We talked about how important it is to be perfect. You know what's interesting to me is that I actually never took this route before, but there we go. I have all of 2 minutes or 3 minutes to find this place now. There it is, way over there. Climb a mountain, maybe? Empress, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, this is where we're going. So let's run, shall we? Oh no. No, we're good. I gotta walk all the way around? I'm gonna die of exposure. I only made 1 stupid soup. Thank you, Empress. That's very, very kind of you. Well, you can't say that it's not got, you know, anime slash, you know, inspired vibes. Because it definitely does. Am I headed the right direction yet? I am. I got 2 minutes to get there. Let's go. Is this the right path? Am I even on a path? I think I am. And as I was saying before, like, I never really took this method, like this route. So it's kind of cool that they really laid this thing out for you to be nice and easy to get to. At least I hope it is. Oh, Daddy Bear, thank you so much. We're playing Genshin 0.1. It's a, oh, am I even supposed to be going this way? I'm climbing a mountain. This is not right. I don't think I'm in the right spot. No, hold on. Hold on. Where? It's over there. Oh, crap. Dang it. Look at him scoot down the hill like a pro. 47 seconds. Go, Link. You gotta get there before you freeze to death, my man. The weed one? You know what's funny about that? I did that and it ended up, I think because I put weed in it, it got 19 views and it didn't even show up in my shorts feed. Like, I think it legitimately was, what do they call that? Shadow banned or whatever? Run, run, run to the fire. Come on. Whoa! Nope! Let's go. Hold on. What are we gonna do here? Whoop! Hold on! I don't have a weapon! What weapon should I use? I should use... Yo! Creeper's Chronicle. That was super kind of you. All right, I'm at least at the fire. That's something, right? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, well, now I'm not cold. Don't fall down in the hill. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I think he blew himself to smithereens. Over here. There we go. Appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you so much for the support. That's super kind of you. That's awesome. Thank you. There's a 4-part series. It'll be coming out over the next 4 days because you got to stretch these things out. But I've got yeah, it's okay. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that I am pretty impressed that I came up with that on the fly, and there's 4 points that I made. Thank you, darling. I don't have a snack girl button. It's gone.
Take your snack.
No, you can't have my snack. Sorry. I'll fix it. I promise. I'll promise. Oh no, I'm in trouble. That was my dear daughter. She's very kind to me. I know. I said, can you please bring me the bagel because I was a little bit late, and I was thinking I'll play the song, no problem. And then I don't have the button. Yeah, actually, if you typed !snack girl, it would work. Okay. There we go.
It's Snack Girl, she's here to keep the hunger away. It's Snack Girl, I wonder what she'll bring today.
There you go. Thank you. Okay. So, we're here. We made it. I hope it's warm in the actual temple here. No, what I was saying, Dragon Daddy Bear, was that I'm impressed that I came up with those 4 things off the top of my head. They weren't mine. Like, I by no means was I the clever one to come up with those answers, but I just thought it was kind of cool that I was able to do that and make a short out of it. It's been hard to find shorts, to be honest. Like, most of the stuff, to you who set foot in this shrine, I am K Namut. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Cryonis. All right. Well, that's fine. The problem is coming back and getting them, because convincing people to actually to hit the clip button to mark where I've said something helpful is hard. So either I'm so enrapturing, that they're beside themselves, they don't even think to hit the clip button, or it's not as good as I thought. That's the other option, right? And I'm okay with that. But the only way I like going through my own stream to find clips, dude, it's so hard. I don't think I made it. I did make it. Hooray. It took me so many tries before I figured that one out. Like, I kid you not, I stood in this room for like an hour. Felt like an hour. Staring at that, like, what am I supposed to do? I think I had to look up a cheat. Okay. Let's put a block there. And then I can, like, shoot him with the bow. I don't even think I have any. There we go. Take that, sucker. That's good. All the ladies love it anyway. That's good. That's what matters. And really, it's not that it's not that it's not that I don't say anything interesting. I think it's just that because it's just the way that I operate, I'm not that kind of stream. An interesting one? No, what I mean is I'm not like a high clip stream. I don't know what I'd say. Like, it's interesting enough. I don't know what I'd say. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words a little bit, which is why I don't get clips. Look at that. It's all so excited whenever I do something good. Hit me. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this, your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks of a true hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow the spirit orb on you. Take it. Score. Da-na-na-na. Perfect. May the goddess Hylia smile on you. Hey, Nurse Nerd Gamer. Good to see you. How are you? What kind of nurse are you, by the way? You better not let me freeze to death in a cutscene, buddy. Let me just have things that are too long. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the too long thing is, that's clips, like shorts are only 1 minute, but TikToks are like 3 or 4. So, but I gave up TikTok because it's evil. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh ho ho, extraordinary. That means it's finally time. Link, it's finally time for me to tell you everything, but first... Yeah? Imagine an X on your map. Dude! Thank you. Registered nurse on a cardiac... Oh, that's cool. I'd imagine you see a vast swath of people. Like, it's not just old people. There's young people, old people, women people, men people, right? It's not just one kind of, or is it, am I wrong? Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Okay. You get it? Where the 2 lines cross. I'll be waiting. All right, before I freeze to death. Let's see. I go this one, then this one, then this one, and that one at the temple at the time. So I got to go to... This is probably the smartest one to go to. You see a lot of people. Yeah, I would think so. I turned into Dr. Zeus there for a minute, but like I think of it immediately made me think of how the signs for a cardiac arrest are different in women than they are in men, and that women, it doesn't feel the same, and therefore they sometimes ignore them. Not that men feel them, but then we ignore them for a whole different reason. But especially these days with the the way the diets are going and whatnot, like it's just. Actually, that's a good question. So in the last 25 years, let's say 25 years, has there been more cardiac arrests, more like cardiac issues, shall we say, than there was in the previous 25 years? Like, has it been worse? Or is it because everybody was eating Jell-O salad and preservatives 25 years ago, it's actually gotten better? I'm not going to get there before the monsters come, am I? Nope. I'm not. We're gonna fight a monster. I can feel it. So pretty. This game is so pretty. Whoop, almost died. Alright, I have to switch my weapon because this is not a good weapon to carry around. If a bat's gonna come at you. And say, help, I'm dying. And say, ouch, just let me finish mopping the kitchen floor before I call an ambulance. Well, they don't, my understanding is that they don't even notice, really. All right, come at me, bros. I see you. Okay, never mind. Cool. Hey, Caitlin Loves Music is here. Hi, Caitlin Loves Music. Sorry, I missed your hello. Welcome. How are you? Do you like Breath of the Wild? I do. So much so that I'm. Oh no 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 no. Okay, fine. You little jerk throwing rocks at me. What happened to the last guy that threw rocks at me? You looking for your head, buddy? Down here. There. See? No prob, Bob. Get all your stuff. Pick up your bits. Did you guys notice? Okay, so now that you've now that you've seen it a couple times, you guys notice that I increased the amount of bonkers by 10%. It was so funny that day that I came back and somebody, I think it was Donnie Dreams, got like 110% or something, and he's like, "What? That's more than I thought." I just thought it'd be funny if it went over 100. You can play this game in crowd control. So DJ, you can do that, and I did find out how to do that. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's go there. It's just the problem is you have to use Cemu. Cemu is an emulator that you can use to emulate Wii U games, which is fine. And then, but the problem is you have to use like a super early version, and it's kind of broken. So until the crowd control people update their version, it's honestly not cool. Lies. Try setting it to negative 20%. Setting what? Oh, negative 20? No. That's, oh. Wait, why? What? No. Oh, wait. So you can get a swath from negative 20 all the way up to, like, negative 20 all the way up to 110? That might be interesting. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed the spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. Tell me what you desire. I need a heart container. Don't even bother with stamina. Not for a while. Thank you for the lurk. Good, I've not seen it, but oh, you've never seen Breath of the Wild? Dude, this is such a good game. You're gonna stick around because it's really, really pretty. I don't know why I can't see Caitlin's name. Maybe because it's green. I keep missing your what you said. But thank you. All right, give me a heart. Yay! Your life force has been strengthened. Cool. You can make it even more random by making it all the way. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Go bring peace to Hyrule, or else.
Oh!
What? Al? Oh, he's upset. The blessing of the goddess has made you so much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. This guy's a jerk. Like, he tells me, he makes fun of me for eating an apple. He tells me he's gonna give me something after I do one thing and he doesn't. He meets me finally that I've done the thing and he doesn't give it to me. Then he tells me to meet him somewhere else and he's on top of a building. Like, what a jerk. I know this game has crowd control. I've seen it with another streamer and used coins on the stream. Dude, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I would love to do crowd control. I worked really hard at it. Like I sat with it for a bunch of time with Madge Pie. She taught me how to use Cemu and stuff. Like it was a whole thing. And it was fine. Well, that's not working. All right, fine. I'll go this way. and she helped me out, and it was it was working. I got it in full high def. I was able to watch it in like 2K. I was able to play it in like with a bunch of mods and stuff. The problem is crowd control wanted a super old version, and I'm like, I can't do it, man. I can't play that version on my computer. It just doesn't. It's not good enough. He has a good reason for being a jerk. Trauma? Is that the reason? I know people love to use their trauma as an excuse to be mean to people. Up we go. Up we go. Here we go. Hey there, bud.
Well done there, young one.
Hey, you have a voice. Neat.
Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
Ganondorf, let's fight.
Bosphorus Hyrule.
You have a dumb name.
I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
Is he Zelda's dad? He's Zelda's dad, right? That's his reason.
Calamity was merciless.
Why?
It devastated everything
Not a reason.
in its path. Lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me.
Okay.
And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I
Cool.
did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that,
Says the
I
guy at the
thought it
top of the
best to
building.
assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think
Or
you
off
are
with your
now
head.
Ready to hear what happened 100
Z Diddy.
years ago.
That's a great name. Z Diddy.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past.
Okay, tell me the story there,
Demon
old
King
man.
was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now.
Yeah, he's pretty ugly.
Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales.
In video games.
But there was also prophecy.
Isn't there always?
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously.
These weren't in any other Zelda,
This
were they?
coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land.
Like, are these from any other game? I don't think so.
We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was
Hey, that's
they
me.
who
Oh, that's a
sealed
bad
Ganon
picture.
away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts.
He said duty.
With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon.
But
nay,
May.
Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining.
What did he do? He turned our weapons against us. That can't be good. Those things are dangerous.
He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
That's not going to go well.
You are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
Did she die? I think she died. Nope. She's a ghost. Like her dad. Dad ghost.
That princess was my own daughter.
There we go.
My dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link.
Gasp.
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn.
Kids like my Nintendo Switch shirt.
And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself.
Oh, good.
Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted.
Will it though?
Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon.
Okay.
Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point.
It just wiggles.
I suggest
there's wind everywhere in this game.
Out to one of the villages in the wilderness.
Okay.
Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village.
Okay,
Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
I never do this. I never follow the road. I'm always all over the map, wandering everywhere all the time. And I think maybe today, just for kicks and giggles, we'll follow the road. Here's the paraglider, just as I promised. Okay, rock and roll. Cool. Worst Dorothy ever. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. Just try it. Here's the thing you've never used before. You're at the top of a building. Jump, bud. You'll be fine. Thanks for the lurk, bud. And I think that's it. Told you everything I can. Later, Gator. Link, you must save Hyrule. Poof. Gone. Main quest, destroy Ganon. All right. Heroes don't use stairs. Okay, we're going to have to put that on a shirt. All right. I'm supposed to check out my map. Oh, map. And I'm supposed to look. I think it's way over here. Hold on. Where is it? Way over here. Look at that thing. That's a long ways away. But we follow the king's orders. We're a good guy. Nope, don't want that. We're a good guy. We follow the king's orders. We should sleep first. Can we sleep first? Is that possible? What are you? Give me pants. More pants, I hope. I'll take a bow. All right. How do you change your bow? Oh, hold on. You hold the bow, and then you do this. No, this. There we go. Boing. Ha ha ha. I don't trust stairs. I always feel they're up to something. That's fantastic. You win the stream. Nurse Nerd Gamer wins the stream. Game Tricks Pizza Time, what up? Good to see you. Oh, I think I'm already going the wrong way. Nope, already going the right way. Going the wrong way? I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna go sleep by this fire. Boop. Yep, we're gonna just sit till morning. Because I don't want to die. Zero deaths this run, baby. Have I died yet already? I can't remember. I think I have, actually. Oh, bad guys. Follow the road, you big dummy. Okay, we will. Following the road. You can see they're trying to get me, but they can't. Well, there's a bird in the background. I always forget, like, this map seems huge, okay? Like, we always think the games are huge. This map is huge, but you can actually see stuff pretty far away. How are the games? Dude, this is probably my... Is it my favorite game? It could be my favorite game. And I wanted to play it on stream for a long time, but I was always too scared to play because I thought that I needed to be super ultra variety man, and who, because you guys would get bored and blah blah blah. And since I decided that I'm just gonna play what I like, life has gotten way better. You know what? I don't want to fall down this thing yet because I know there's gonna be some cool stuff. Is there not cool stuff here? Do we walk along the... I don't want to miss anything. Because I know there's a whole... There's EX... There's EX... I have the DLC. Whoa, that was pretty cool. His fingernails are wrecked. I know there's DLC everywhere, right? So there's at least different weapons, and you can get, like, a motorbike and all kinds of fun stuff. So I don't want to miss out on fun stuff. If it means that I'm going to never come back. Plus, I really want to get those EX things. I appreciate that, Dragon. That means a lot. Like, we spend a lot of time chatting on this channel, like, about really important stuff. And, like, we had a big chat today, right? Really critical stuff that is meaningful, and that's exactly what I want to be here for. And then to be able to, like, couple that with, like, hanging out, be able to play some games together, like, how is that not the best thing ever? There's got to be something here for me to get. No? Oh, wait, there's some stuff over here. Now I remember. Yeah, you can go into the... Wait, we'll go magnetic. Yeah, see, there's a magnetic thing over there. Yeah, okay, shall we? Let's go get the magnetic thing before we do anything else. Hey, Citizen Prayer! Long time no see, bud! How are you? Butterflies are hard to catch in Breath of the Wild. Okay, watch this. I know some stuff. I know some stuff. You take this, and you lift it way high, and then you bring it over here, and you drop it on these ones. And then it makes things. One of the coolest things about this game is that it's not trying to fool with you. It really does help. It wants you to win. Because it's more about the gameplay and the fun than it is about, trying to fool you with a bunch of crazy puzzles. Which is, I think, why I like it so much. Because I'm legitimately a dum-dum. So, having puzzles that make me feel smart without actually having to be smart, that's my jam. Slept till 2? That's a good long nap. When did you start sleeping? Let me guess, 2. Right? I can sleep till 2. But I usually have to start at 3 in the morning. Finally, arrows! Finally, fish! Where I am, there you go, yeah, see? That's how you roll. That's okay. We were just talking today, we talked about a lot of important stuff. Like, I think one of the commonalities we have definitely in our stream area is that there is, mental health stuff, for sure. but it's also everybody's going through some stuff, man. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't even know. Let's go put it somewhere. Oh yeah, there's this bog over here. I remember now. You need one of these. You take this, and then you bring it over. I still need to get that evaluation. You have until Friday. Most people, like in my experience, most people literally wait until Friday to do it. But yeah, by all means, get her done. And like I said, take it as seriously as you'd want someone to take yours. Right? I bet there was already one here. All right, forward, 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 down, 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 down. Pop. Oh, look at me! I'm here to open chests and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. That's the stuff. So now if I turn on magnesis, I don't think I see anything around here for magnesis. Oh, there's a ball. I know what to do with that. Man, playing a game that I have a clue about is a real change. I hope that my stream could just be a few buttons and we're all done. I just started streaming again. I'm having hammer out cobwebs. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's a lot. That I think one of the things that might not be at first blush something that people think about when it comes to streaming is how hard it is sometimes to actually do the production. Love a duck. There we go. Like, what's your biggest cobweb? Is it just like trying to keep the dialogue going, or figuring out how to OBS works or whatever? Like, what's your big the thing that you're stuck on? Right, that was fun. Tina, I think we made some progress. I know there's stuff. There's got to be stuff in this wall, stuff that like gives you cool powers, or like one of those EX boxes.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Are you predicting something, Pineapple? Should I take that personally? Because you're not wrong. This game has a lot of dumb ways to die. Yeah. All right, nope, nothing there. All right, fine. I'm gonna walk along this entire wall and there'll be nothing. And then be like, why did you wander off, Link? See what I said? I was told you guys I was gonna take that road and proceeded to not. Because I don't know why. I just can't follow instructions, man. All right, we should follow the road though. Anything good in the wall? No, not really. There's a horse. Did the stream not nuke itself? What happened there? Whoa. Spooky. Hold on. Let me just check and make sure. You got no nuke. No nukes! No nukes! No nukes! Scrolling to the nuke button. Hitting the nuke button. Go. I wonder why. No. Weird. All right, well, let's try this. Okay, on. Click, click, clickety, click, click. And it's connected. Now let's try a nuke. Boom, baby! Dude, like, honestly, I've never gotten the motorcycle, but my son played with it, and it looks so fun. Like, so fun. Oh, I hear something. Hello? Ah, there he goes. Fight that guy. Here, I'll help. I'll help you too. No problem, Bob. How you doing there? Give me things. Funny, I don't remember asking you for help. And now they call me the rude one if I don't thank you somehow. Here's some hearty seafood rice balls. Mmm, tasty. I'll get him next time for sure. Well, he was almost dead. Get back here. You owe me things. Thank Hylia that Mina is safe. I knew it wasn't smart to go treasure hunting in these parts. Give me things. Hey. I will blow you to smithereens, kid. Fine. Wolf Link? What's Wolf Link? Is that a thing? Actually, that's one of the cool things about the mods in this game is that you can do some crazy stuff. I actually saw a mod where a dude was riding Sonic as the motorbike. Let's drop the ugly one. We don't like ugly ones. Just so we can have a prettier looking one. That's the stuff. It's got a goat on it and whatnot. Demon shield. Because you know goats are evil, right? Any special stuff? Oh, fell off. That's okay. I got a good look. We have to get somewhere before... Broadsword. Do I need to drop some stuff? I have a spear. I have 2 axes, a hammer. You know what? We're going to drop the spear. And we're going to get the sword. There's actually a trick. I only own one amiibo. It's the Dr. Mario. Here, I'll go get it. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the amiibo. How do I show you guys? Okay, see? This is the amiibo. It's Dr. Mario. And if I take it, I'm gonna go start, and I'll go. I know you guys can't see, just give me a sec. Go to amiibo. There. Connect a controller that can read an amiibo. Oh, what? Rude. Okay, no, this is a controller that uses amiibo. Let's go. Oh, are you kidding me? Rude, dude. Oh, put it there. No way! How does this... Okay, look. This is it says Zelda, it's got Breath of the Wild on it. The word Nintendo, well, I guess it's not Nintendo, it's PioWork. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I'm angry now. I'm legit perturbed. The perturbance of my body has increased by tenfold. But he drops food. What's cool about it is that, like, he'll drop actual, like, good stuff. There's certain things you can only get in this game if you buy the amiibo. Rusty Claymore. Okay, we're switching out. We're switching out one of the axes. I've played this game enough to know that if you don't get a weapon when you can get a weapon, you're dumb, because you end up causing yourself a lot of grief. Yeah. Well, you have to use it on a Nintendo controller, right? Which I thought this was. And what you do is you tap it right on the little thumbstick, and then it just shoots it into the game. I could do it with the Switch, but I definitely do not want to. Like if I do this, it's not going to work. Hold on. What if I try it and I just tap it to the... Okay, want to tap it over here? Over here? No, because it's not really using the controller. Yeah, I can't tap the Switch. Silly. Silly, I tell ya. Thank you for the lurk, Miss Shigatsu! Surely there's another... Oh, yeah, okay, we'll turn that off now. Yo! I love me some nachos. You're absolutely welcome here. See, I've played this game, so I knew that there was something there. Hopefully, runs from the tater tots. No, it's a rock. I got a rock. It's like Charlie Brown in the Charlie Brown Christmas. Sorry, bud. Okay, now before I do something dumb, I need to change my arrows. I will absolutely use up an arrow. I swear I saw something in this down here. Yep, there is. Sometimes you gotta take them out of the ground and gotta go. Ah, yeah, boy! Hey, it's an EX! I'm so excited. What is it? Please be something cool. Majora's Mask. Okay. That's super neat. So, and when I put that on, it says an eerie mask passed down from ancient times. Wearing it makes you harder for certain enemies to spot you. It's a rather rare find. What's cool is that, like, all the cutscenes I look like this, which makes the cutscenes look really weird. But I can now do a lot more sneaking. All right, so this is dangerous. Things are getting... See how the sun's going down? And I'm still wandering around here? That's not cool. We need to go find a fire. So we can kill this one guy. Can we just kill this one guy? And then take his fire? And yeah, the Koroks, they're always funny to hit with a... boop. Yep, got him. I'm gonna sit by the fire now. Just out of earshot from these guys. You know. Neat. Now they're dancing. And so watch this. You're gonna love it. Oh, it didn't kill him. That really should have killed him. I was kind of hoping it would. We'll just stay behind here till they calm down. Ah, crap, they're not calming down. Ow, I'm on fire. Oh, I don't have a weapon. No wonder it's not working. He's about to smack me. So I'm going to do this and then raise my shield. Nope. Or not. Or just take it right on the chin and die. Ah, I shouldn't have fought with those guys. I don't know why I did that. That was a dumb way to die. I am not ready for the blue guys. I'm still tricked out only for the green guys. I mean, Red guys. We're just gonna leave. What we're gonna do? We're just gonna pretend they can't see me. We're just gonna take off this way. Bye.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
You see all these things coming by? Thank you for playing that. You see all these things coming by? All these EX? See? Watch. Okay, I'm in trouble. This is definitely not the way to go. I think he said stay on the road, and I did not. If you get the little cute guy, you get money out of him. He's adorable. Let's just stay on the road, shall we? I'm so dead. Okay, see all these EX things. So what It's true, but there's a lot of There's a lot of EXs. They are all DLCs that you get. That we got, that you can do a bunch of extra quests and jazz, which is fun. But here, I'll show you. So, like, for example, if we want to get the let's go with the ancient horse. Like, we want to get the stable, not the stable, the bridle or whatever they call it. You can actually get you have to go to Highland Stable, and then he'll give you a rumor, and then you take off. This is. If you go to the Riverside Stable, here's a copy of the Super Rumor Mill EX, which has details about another outfit. You want the dark armor? You got to go to Dea Village, and you look at a journal, and it'll give us location. And the locations for some of these are in the castle. You have to go into the castle. And by the way, if you keep your eye on the bottom right corner here, that I'm pointing at, and you guys can't see, you'll see that there's a clock. So it's 6:30 in the morning. Oh, I am so in trouble. I should not be here. There's so many big bad guys around here. I should have, if I'd have just followed the road like I was told, I think that would have been better. There's probably a bunch of chests in there that I'm skipping too, just so I can get over here and get a teleport point. What's generous about this game is that, like, if you're about to go into action, it will it'll save for you, right? Like, if you come around the corner and there's like a Lionel there, or you there's bad guys over there, all of a sudden you'll see saving. And he's like, you might die. You want the Daedric armor from Skyrim? Well, you can probably get it in a Breath of the Wild like mod. You ever seen anybody else knock him in the head? That's funny. I'll do it more for you then. We'll just keep smacking Koroks on the head. All right. As long as it's not a small test of strength, we're fine. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Bosch Kala. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. The wind guides you. All right. I have a feeling I'm supposed to jump off stuff. This should be fairly easy. Pop, pop. Whee! Now where do you want me to jump off of? Nearly level 30 on the Animal Crossing? I didn't even know Animal Crossing had levels. Woohoo! Did I miss anything? I did not. That was easy. GG easy, as they say. Pocket camp does. Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know that. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks of the promises of a hero or something. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this little ball. He's got a headache, though. Poor guy. Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Look at it, just sitting there, like splayed out with a headache. I feel you. Actually, each of the poses of these guys apparently corresponds to whatever's happening in the like the trial. That's where my marbles went. Yeah, no kidding. Poor guy. Wakes up and he's got nothing but amnesia. Okay, 8:10 a.m. I'm supposed to go that way. Let's just go that way. I'm gonna cross a bridge, and I'm gonna guess there's a bad guy gonna try to kill me. This is not the road they wanted me to go up. This is like the bad road. Yeah, what's your deal, bud? The end is here. I may be somewhat used to seeing bad omens by now, but that's just badder than most. We're doomed. I mean, don't panic. Sorry, who are you? Have we met? Well, it doesn't matter who you are, really. I was getting tired of talking to myself, so you've come at a good time. By the way, those strange things that popped out of the ground, did you see them? I'm not talking about mushrooms here. I'm talking about those towers. They seem to have popped up all over the place. And that's not the only strange thing that happened. These long-deserted shrines started glowing. You know what this means, don't you? The end is here! With all this craziness happening, I've been keeping an eye on that thing, just to see if it suddenly starts moving, you know? What thing? The Guardian, of course. Haven't you heard about the old stories of Hyrule? Epitome's on the way! Yo! I need to move my alert. Welcome to the stream! Hello, my friend! Coming in with the biblical raid. How you doing, Epitome? Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to XtianNinja Channel. Build an open, encouraging, and meaningful online family through gaming, real talk, and God's truth. I'm glad you're here. How was stream, Epitome? Let's get a shout out for that dude. Thank you for the follow, Ibby Chibby. So right now we're playing my favorite game. I think it's my favorite game. That or Tetris. We're playing this, and it's super fun, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm really excited about it. And we're doing all kinds of fun things. Got 2 new alerts, or new channel rewards to play with. It's going to be great. Writers? Oh, you're writing today. Oh, far out. So was today a talk stream where you talk to people, or a stream where you did work on and then took breaks with people? Glad you're here, man. Appreciate it. Epitome's got apostles because there's 12 though. Oh, yay. That's funny. Thank you for coming, my dude. Welcome to his crew. Did you know some of them can move? One of them chased me down and tried to kill me. Oh, it was a different one. That was closer to the castle, but before the forest. When they spot you, they shoot blue beams of light at you. Man, I was so sure that the end was for me. I was prepared for the worst, but somehow managed to escape into the nearby woods. You think my last lightning-fast reflexes saved me? Ha! I wish. Truth is, I got lucky. Anyway, I hear guardians like that still wander around the castle. Be careful. Stream was well. Started streaming in my new room. Red Judges 1 to 5. Luke 20 to 22. Sang some hymns, then did some productive. Oh, good for you, man. That's a whole full meal deal stream. I was playing writers. I know, right? Isn't that funny? That you can only like you can't really choose. Like, what was I trying to do the one day? No, it was writing. Yeah, it's not. There's not like there's like podcasting and there's, you know, sitting around in a bathtub. But writing, it's apparently a game. So yeah. Smack that butt. Come at me, bro. All right, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing your community here. It means a lot, bud. All right, here we go. Should we go up the crazy place or should I just stay on the road? Crazy place, stay on the road. Crazy place, stay on the road. I'll stay on the road. Let's not get crazy. I don't know where I'm going. See, all these places are calling out to me. Except that place. We don't go to that place. But I want to look what's on that flagpole. And I want to go over and look at all these goats. Ghosts? Oh, crap. Exclamation point embiggen is what that does. Thank you for telling me. I'm afraid I have the dumb. You guys should be able to do exclamation point embiggen. Actually, let me try it. Here. So, Tam, type exclamation point embiggen. E-M-B-I-G-G-E-N. Should work for you. E-M-B-I-G-E-N. Yeah, E-N at the end. I think I gave everybody... No, I didn't give everybody permission. Okay. I will do that next. There's a sign. That mean the sign is nigh? Proxim Bridge, Dueling Peak Stable. Okay, that's where we're going. No. It should be fine. Can you hear me? Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Yeah, you hear the wind? Okay, good. Oh, I'm headed right for the bad guys. Let's not. Let's not say we did, shall we? We're gonna cross the river. Eventually. Uh-oh. Come on, Link. Get to the other side. There we go. Why did Link cross the river? Yeah, that was close, man. I don't think it was supposed to be close, but it was. What? There's so many animals coming at me. Leave me alone. Alright, fine. You know what, Chichus? You're made of goo, and I've got a sword. I win. Don't bring goo to a sword fight. Is that an enemy camp? Okay, so that there is a skull. See that thing? It's a skull. Are there bad guys in it? I don't know. Should we find out? Probably not. Are we getting anyway? Yes. I'm usually using a chronic game music muter. Me too. I don't like most like 99% of game music. Not a fan. It's usually repetitive and dumb. Actually, you know what? The most recent one that I saw was really good. Was that oh, hold on. Did y'all die? Did I kill you all? No? Yes? How'd I do? Oh. One more. Oh, I don't have any more arrows. I'm gonna have to hit him with a sword. Come here, you. That's the stuff. Hey, that one actually works. Let's dump off the garbage ones and get a good one. Okay. I thought there'd be a chest in here. That's Dragon's favorite question. Okay. I guess we gotta go get that tower. Seems like the right thing to do. Should we be extra sneaky? I forgot I had Majora's Mask. Which is why people aren't seeing me. Oh. Come here, bud. Okay. So that was fun. We're just gonna avoid those guys. Gotta spread 5G to Hyrule. Yes! How's the king gonna track everybody if he didn't have 5G? No! Link! You fool! There we go. Yep, we're good. Just ignoring them completely. Can we make it? I think we can make that jump. Yep, we're good. As long as nobody sees us and starts shooting things. What do you get when you cross a bokoblin and a hilly churl? What? I liked it. I like it. I like it. I like where this joke is going. Because it's got hurl and it's got broke. I'm not apologizing for speaking. I'm growing. I love it. Okay, here we go. Got one. Now we rest. Link is nothing if not diligent about his rest. This is a big tower, though. These things take a while to get up. It's neat. Like, it's a really cool part of the game. Where they, you know, they let you do this very fancy thing. Climb this amazing tower, kick it off. It's very cool. Got a really good cinematic thing. But it takes a long time to get up. Like, it's... Hey, I'm tripping, but how's it going? I've just been looking, getting ready for the day. How's it going? Are you streaming today, bud? Breath of the Wild is magical and wonderful, and I love every part of it. There's nothing about this game I don't like. Except apparently beating the main bad guy, the Ganondorf, because I literally have never done it. I just like playing the game. There's so many things in this game I haven't done. How you doing, Shove? How's your health? How's your life? How's your mom? How are salads? Taking off? Okay, thank you. I got a hug and you didn't. Going good? Salads are salads. Right? I don't know much about Chovy, but here's what I know. He has to eat salad. It's not an option. They make him. Hey, Xanadu, I'm doing well. I'm playing one of my favorite games. I'm hanging out with people. I'm having an absolute blast. It's great. Garlic salt on salad? I don't know. Can you imagine getting to the top and not liking the view? It's funny. Whoa! What did I get? A Sheikah sensor. Searching for shrines. The sensor reacts when you're near a shrine. All right, you can disable the Sheikah sensor with the one on the map screen. I usually have it disabled, but we'll leave it on there for a little while. Actually, there was one playthrough I was doing where what you do, you take a picture of something and then you can set the sensor to find whatever that is. And I had it set to chests, and that's all I did. I just found chests, and every time I took 3 steps, there's another chest. Did you hear about the guy who sat on Italian food? No. Uh-oh. There's a shrine this way. If I recall, it's up, and I don't want to go up. Yeah, it's way up here, right? It's way on top. So we're not doing that. We're gonna go through where we're supposed to go. We're not gonna be silly. And this is why I turn it off. Because it won't shut up. Yep. See, I try to have it on, and we're just not gonna have it on. Why? Off. Why? Off. Thank you. Yeah, garlic salt? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean, I'm no culinary expert, but garlic salt sounds like a weird thing to put on salad. Although I would have said the same thing about oil and vinegar, right? If you think cooking oil and vinegar on a salad, that sounds crazy pants. Oh, hey, it is here. All right, I stand corrected. I thought it was way on top. Let's see how smart we gotta be. By the way, I was gonna ask you guys this earlier, but I'm wondering about how I can do a subathon. Flax oil on black bean salad. Oh, black bean salad would be good. Yeah. I want to do a subathon or some kind of way that I can do a fundraiser or whatever. Some, I don't know, coffee-a-thon or something. I just need something, some ideas on how I can make it interesting, fun, incentivized, whatever. I can't come up with anything in my brain. My poor little brain. There. All right, that was easy. No problem. I'm sure the next one's going to be equally easy. You gotta find the treasure chest before you do anything, because they all matter. All right. Oh, who's good at doing things the first try? Come on. Okay. Where is the treasure? Presumably it's close. I'm gonna go down here, because I bet it's down here. Is this a rip-off shrine where you just get ripped off? Oh no, it's way up there. Okay, cool. Oh, this has got to flick it. Nope. Give me another ball. Easy peasy. Oh no! To the Hurley Chill joke? Oh no, yeah, he got garlic buns. Okay, there you go. Yeah. No, I didn't see it. You're right. I'm glad I did. Thank you. Yo, 10. It's just pineapple. Thank you. Thank you.
Sis Pineapple gifted a tier 1 sub to I_am_tam. They have given 104 gift subs in the channel.
Huh? Yo, Xanadu, thank you. And, I mean, thank you, Pineapple, again. Dude, thank you.
Sis Pineapple gifted a tier 1 sub to Xanadu Peach 47. They have given 105 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much, Sis Pineapple. That's very kind of you. I fell off the edge of the world. That was dumb. Thank you. You're very kind. Oh, hey, man. Thank you. Nurse Nerd, there you go.
Sis Pineapple gifted a tier 1 sub to Nurse Nerd Gamer. They have given 106 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Pineapple. How awesome. I mean, it's exactly cool of you to do that. I wasn't fishing for subs, but I'm glad you I'm glad you did that. I really appreciate it. Who needs coffee? Yeah. Well, I can't move it? What? Hold on. I thought I could. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I love Japanese unboxes. Did maybe a prompt subathon for a new item to unbox? Oh, did you really? I stopped those because I just assumed everybody disliked them. Like, I just, like, it killed the chat, and I thought it was, like, it wasn't really doing much for anybody. But if you like them, that's pretty cool. All right, come here. But yeah, what I'm looking for is something I can do. Oh, fell off. Can I climb these? Is that what I'm supposed to do? No, I can't climb them. Oh! I figured it out. I got it. You do this. Whoa! What? It rolled off. I think I better be a bit more diligent. Hold on one second. They were unique? Okay, I mean, if you liked them, I liked them too. Thank you for telling me that. I really appreciate. It's hard to know, and you know this from a creator standpoint, that it's actually pretty hard to figure out what people actually want. There we go. Look at that. What I get? A bandana. That's cool. I mean, it'll look cooler than this mask. Couldn't look less cool. Oh, now I gotta take the thing off. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Come here. I want you. I'll just do that the hard way. Would a subathon work switch between Genshin and Breath of the Wild? Every time there's a sub, you have to switch. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. And also something I would absolutely love. For sure. Oh crap, I'm in trouble. I thought it wasn't going to come back, like I had to do the puzzle again. That's kind of a neat idea. Because I know Dustin, his whole thing was, he switched retro games at some point. I don't know what his rule was, but he switched retro games. It was pretty rad. Maybe you pay for time in the game. Your resourcefulness is Smith in overcoming this trial speaks of a true hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, here's a ball. See, he's in a different pose too. It would be like you could do like you might want to every 5 subs. Yes, otherwise that's true. Yeah, he's doing. It's an old school dab. It's retro history dab, the best kind of dabs. That's a cool idea. I really like that idea. There should be 3 games though. The way I figure it is that, you know, like if you do, you know, every 5, right? Say you switch to another. Yeah. Oh, those are dangerous. You don't want to touch those guys. Those are bad guys. Every 5 you switch to a different like game, whatever it is, and then if you do 10, I have to play, and I don't know what that would be. Like what would you say is the game that is the that is like the bad game? Because it's usually, if it's something I really don't like, I'm not gonna Freddy. Oh. Thumper. That's a good game. Little Nightmares. That's a good one. What are you doing over there, buddy? You're gonna get in trouble. Oh crud. I should cross the river. Or just be sneaky. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on the Majora's Mask and then sneakify our way through this place. We do not need to wake these guys up. Or we can wait till morning too. There. Oh wait, no, I can't sneak by them at night because they'll be awake in the morning, you big dummy. Dang it. Tetris? Yeah, that was really stupid. Does this actually work? Did you all die? Nope. There. I'll finish him off. Take this. That was that was not the right weapon. We're gonna switch that out. That was funny. Smoke! Knock him into the river. That was hilarious. All right, so this is a bad one. So we're gonna pick up a different one. There's the stuff. And the reason you get all the monster parts is because later in the game you can actually make potions that actually do some helpful things. I like that idea though. Tetris or Thumper. Those are fun. Those are good games. A Little Nightmares is a good one. Although I did make you guys pay 60,000 points for me to play Little Nightmares. I owe you guys Little Nightmares. Let's go get this thing. Boomerang. No, I want the boomerang. I don't care what I got to give up for it. How about one of these dumb torches? Give me the boomerang. What do you bet I can catch it the first try? First try. Okay. You hit this. Nope. You do this. Watch. Eh. Oh, shut up. I'm so good. Nope. Monster parts are for potions. All right. You know what? We've gotten far enough today. Let's find someone we can raid. Who can we raid out to? We'll head over here. And this will be where we start next turn. Whoa, it's got spikes. Let's not go there then. Tasty, tasty monsters. Hey, there's Beetle Guy. Beetle Guy's cool. We like Beetle Guy. He's always got good stuff. Boink. And system and return. No, cancel. We can just turn it off. It's a Nintendo. It's not a computer. You could just shut it off and then it's fine. It remembers where you are. It's very, very good. I really like my good old Nintendo. All right, let's go. Boom, baby. I'm raiding out. Yeah. Wait, what did you say? Go big or go home, or just raid out? Yeah, that's the other option. Not really. Okay, cool, man. Let's raid out. Who are we gonna raid out to? Let's find out. Push the button. Also have to go to the bathroom really, really bad. Eagle Garrett, maybe? Malachi? Back up. God Squad? Royal Mac? Checkpoint Church. I like Checkpoint Church. Please work. Let's go. No? All right, fine. We'll do it manually. / raid. Checkpoint Church. That probably supposed to be one word. I should come back and follow these guys because I actually don't have a couple of those followed, I don't think. All right. Guys, thank you again. Tomorrow is Weird Wednesday. We're coming back with some weird pictures and some weird, funny games and whatnot. So thank you very much for being here. Tell your friends, follow on YouTube, and pay attention to the, or not pay attention. Could you please help me to figure out what a good incentive thing could be? Because that might be fun. And I know I can't do 9-hour streams. I will die. Thank you. You have a good rest of your day too. I hope you like Breath of the Wild. If there's a way I can improve the stream, let me know. But other than that, I will see you later. Bye-bye.